Hold on. Here we go. There's 5 people waiting, so. There's 5 people waiting. Oh, they can hear us.
Cool.
This is great.
Let's
Guys,
go. No, let's go.
This is great.
Let's go. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and as always, I'm on Twitter these days as well at Dan Who Reviews. Apologies for the tardiness yet again. There's always everything runs smoothly when you do a test trial earlier in the day, and then as soon as you're about to go live, everything messes up. But I'm not here on my own, and hopefully he's not as jittery today, which wasn't his fault. Again, it's my fault. But I have my co-host, as always, for these live streams. It is, of course, Hero.Collections. Brandon is here, everybody. Brandon, say hello to the people.
How's it going, guys? Great to be back. Happy Friday. We're talking some great stuff with Marvel Legends today. So always a pleasure to be back here with you and with Dan.
Yeah, I'm so running around busy. I haven't even got my cider yet. I've still got like this. I made it like a daiquiri earlier. No, it's a daiquiri. I was trying to be really posh, but it's all like melted now. It's ridiculous. Right. So as always, we have a main topic on the live stream. We just like to keep a focus, and we always go off on tangents. It's always fun, but it's always nice to have a focus just to get everyone involved in the chat and stuff like that. So Brandon, say hello to the people in the chat while I press a few buttons on my end.
Sure thing. So we've got 14 people now in the chat. We've got Crazy Toon Productions. Hi Dan, see you soon in a couple of hours. We got Sunny S94, can't wait. Tonight's entertainment sorted. We got Chad Kinsler, looking forward to the show, bro. Thor 2012, ready to do this. Mark Tech is back. Yep, I'm looking forward to it already. Thanos Helicopter, the rider. Nobody wants and everyone needs. Lucas Bogart says, wow, Friday again already. Comes around quick. Manny Fresh is here, says, what up? Marcus Ye is here, says, I'm hyped for this. Laser Pants is back. Hey, yo. Laser Pants, Thor 2012. Tom Schaller. Hey, Dan. Hey, Brandon. Phil Jones is back. So, yeah. Hello, regular faces, yeah, again.
Beautiful. I love seeing it. Shout out to Phil Jones as well. He was the person who suggested we do an episode on riders, and I thought, why not? That sounds like a fun conversation. We've had quite a few riders out now in the Hasbro era, so just putting it out there, we're going to be talking about the Hasbro era of riders. We're not going to talk about those Toy Biz monstrosities. They were terrible. They had a bit of charm, I suppose, but we've had better versions since.
A bit.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, shout out to Phil. And again, if you do have suggestions for these weekly live streams, please DM us, tweet us, whatever you need to do. Well, as I said, this is just as much us having a conversation with you guys as it is me and Brandon catching up. Because we literally, as I said, due to the technical issues, I literally went, hello, Brandon, I'm pressing live. So we haven't even said hello. So hello, Brandon, how are you? I hope you've had a good week. Have you had anything good this week? Anything fun happen?
I can't remember. This week went so fast. I can't even remember Monday, let alone today being Friday. I'm trying to think. Did I have any deliveries this? Oh, I got the Camino clones.
Very nice. The Stormtrooper a grey paint, right?
Yeah. Stormtrooper tribal helmet is
yeah.
So yeah, those are amazing. Got those in from Star Action Figures. What else have I had this week? I think that's it.
I think
if I'm honest,
next week's the big week. Yeah. So I got hit with tons of pre-orders arriving, but they're not in my hand probably admits just yet. So fingers crossed they'll be here early next week, maybe even tomorrow. I'm not too sure what's going on yet, but a lot of the X-Men 2-packs are on their way to me. I think the only thing I got this week was the Power Rangers Wave 6 wave. So our teams are finally complete.
From SAF.
I was patient, and I now have a Black Ranger without the gold bands. I didn't customize one. I was patient, and I now have my complete team.
Good.
But
mine actually shipped from Comics and Cocktails today, so they're back up on their feet.
Beautiful. Shout out to Comics and Cocktails. They're a really, really reliable, good people UK store. and some unfortunate things happened in the last few weeks. So hopefully everything gets sorted. But yeah, I'm sending love to those guys.
Just quickly on the in-demand toys front as well, though.
Yes.
What time did you get your dispatch emails?
I think they were after 2:00. Yeah, about 2:20. But he did. They have messaged me and said that they were close. They just got them out the door, but I don't know if that means they got picked up today or what. So I'll find out.
Yeah, okay. Tomorrow. I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you.
If all that comes tomorrow, that'll be good.
I think that's pretty much the entire X-Men 20th anniversary line, right? Apart from 2.
Yeah, so I'd have everything. I'd have the Rogue 2-pack, the Storm 2-pack, the Hawkeye 2-pack, the Deadpool 2-pack, Cable. The only thing I won't have are Professor X and Charles and Professor X is Charles. What am I talking about? Professor X and Magneto.
I know what you meant.
Yeah, and Mystique. Yeah, so those are the only 2 I'd be missing. They're on pre-order, but hopefully they'll be here next week. But yes, maybe tomorrow, maybe not. So expect tons of reviews. I'm currently reviewing the Strong Build-A-Figure wave. Yeah, like I'm trying to catch up. There's some really, really nice figures in this wave. I don't know if anyone watched my review for the Pirate Deadpool. It was just me cracking absolutely terrible pirate jokes to myself. I was thinking to myself, this video is only going to get about 200 views anyway. So I just dropped the worst pirate puns throughout the video. So if you don't want to laugh, then watch that video, I suppose. Full of dad jokes, and I'm not even a dad. But yeah, I'm slowly getting my way through the Strong Guy wave. And this is so far my favourite of the wave. Easy.
I think he's huge, isn't he?
He's
I got mine
beast.
from In-Demand Toys as well. But he is huge.
Yeah, he's a
Every
beast.
time I go to pose him, I'm like, I have to like really think through what pose I'm putting him in because he's just so big. And like the usual like crouching fighting poses don't really go that well with him because he's just huge.
I think it's the perfect body mold as well, though. It's the
Absolutely
Omega Red, and it's fun. It's fun to pose as well. You know me, I'm not the greatest of posers as such, but even I want to pick this up and start posing them out. But yes, definitely my favourite, and I hope we do see this in the X-Force colours as well. And I'm hoping I can find some. Yeah, I'm hoping I can find some knives. He come with the gripping hands, but no knives, and he's like trademark Bowie knives.
I gave mine the Hydra knives.
Yeah, so I've got one Hydra and I had got one Nuke. So we have 2 different coloured knives, and I didn't like that. You know, my symmetry brain weren't going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm slowly working my way through the Strong Guy wave, people. But right, so we've been here for a few minutes now, nearly rolling up to 10 minutes. So when we get to the 10-minute mark, we jump straight into our main subject. So please share this on Facebook, Instagram, put it in your Instagram stories, put it in a tweet. I always share them. I do appreciate it. And today, if everything runs smoothly, I've set the little robot. So if you want to interrupt me and Brandon, and the robot will literally shout you out and read out your super chat. I think I've set it at $5 or £5 or something like that. So if you're feeling generous and you want to help the channel grow, then try the super chat. It's over £5. And again, a robot should read out your super chat. It worked last week, so maybe it'll work this week, but we shall find out. But go on.
Just a couple of funny points here. The Wolfpack has joined us. He said washing dishes and watching my UK homies.
Wow.
And Saint Archangel says he wants an Aunt May with a motorized cart.
Wow. I'd take an Aunt May in any form at the minute. I don't care what.
Yes, absolutely.
I would take an Aunt May.
Absolutely.
But yeah, shout out everyone in the chat. Let me have a throw. Mark Tac has sent me a package as well. So shout out to Mark. Halfway through the stream, I think we'll take a slight interlude, and I'll literally do a live unboxing of Mark Tac's package. So he sent me this box. I've not opened it yet. It's still sealed. Have no idea.
Oh, is that
So he's told me, obviously he sent me a multiple man, so I can have 3 multiple men on my shelf finally. So thank you so much. But more than multiple man can fit in this box. So I genuinely don't know what's in here. So shout out to Mark Tac, much appreciated, my friend. About halfway into the stream, we'll take a break and we'll open that up and see what treats he's got for us. But look, Thanos the Mad Titan's here with his helicopter already. He's ready to talk about the Riders Wave. Shout out to Thanos the Mad Titan. We've got Marcus Yee, Sunny, as I said, Mark's in here, Saint Archangel, Dano, Crazy Toon Productions, as I said, Phil Jones, Tom, the Wolfpack, Zach Legend. Thank you very much for joining us. As I said, today is about the Riders So without further ado, Brandon, I think we should just get into it. So let me just make sure
Absolutely.
my pictures are all up. So just off the top of your head, I assume you didn't do any research for this because your knowledge is on point anyway.
Yes.
So off the top of your head,
I can name them all, I think.
For 2012 donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Fantastic 4-car bathtub version as a BAF.
Wait, you've gone quiet.
Series, each
Yeah,
piece
there's a
comes
Super
with one
Chat.
of the Fantastic
Oh.
Four.
did you think I froze? No, that's there. 42012 threw in the super chat, and it did read out his tweet, read out his super chat. So it works. Thank you very much, 42012. So if you do want to interrupt the show and proper confuse Brandon because he can't hear him, about five-ish pounds, I think, is your super chat robot. But 42512 says Fantastic 4-car bathtub version as a BAF rider series. Each piece comes with one of the Fantastic Four. I would happily take that. I do think it's a matter of time before Hasbro give us some type of Fantastic Four Riders Wave. It was originally a bathtub that Reed Richards like souped up, but it did eventually turn into like some sort of decent spaceship type vibe. So I think it's a matter of time before they give us something Fantastic Four themed. So 42012, thank you very much for testing that out for me. The robot does work. My little robot assistant. I need to find out a way that Brandon can hear this because he can't hear it. But No. Shout out to Rob. Rob's joined us as well. No data assigned. Thank you very much for joining us today. We're getting into this Riders Series talk right now. And I was testing Brandon. Does he know what the first Hasbro Riders Series was?
Yes. So it is Black Widow and her motorbike and Ghost Rider and his motorbike.
Beautiful. So let's start
2018.
So let's start off with probably the best rider out of that particular set of two, in my opinion, and it is, of course, Ghost Rider. A solid first choice for the Riders Wave from Marvel Legends. Not gonna lie, the Ghost Rider had released previously in the Rhino Build-A-Figure Wave with a slightly different deco. I actually prefer the skull on this Riders Wave because it was like a more bone colour skull. Bike's really nice. The flame effects as well are a decent touch. Oh, another super chat. Hang on.
Laser Pants donated $4.
Thank you.
99 through Super Chat. This robot voice is actually Dan, whose mother yelling from the other room.
Yeah, no, so the robot voice isn't my mother yelling from the other room because I don't live with my mother, Ryan. That's right, I said your real name. Everyone knows it now. But I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. I've actually kicked my missus out just for a little missus update. She's not in the house, so I can scream as loud as I want and she won't even know. But shout out to Laser Pants for the super chat. Are you trying to hear it, Brandon?
So I just muted you and turned up the volume on the video so I could listen to it. That's so funny. That was my first time hearing it.
Yeah, so it's basically a little robot assistant. I'm going to get a graphic for it and everything. So when the robot speaks, it will pop up on the screen. I'll get there eventually. But we're talking about the Riders Wave. So I've pulled up the picture of the Ghost Rider. Let me switch it back. What do you think of the Ghost Rider? Yes.
Do you have both Ghost Riders?
Mm-hmm.
The Rhino Wave and the because I know you're not one to sell anything.
They are both right there. They are both there. I've customized my other one a little bit. So this is
you customized it? You actually picked up a paintbrush?
No painting, no painting at all. It's just a custom chain. It's a custom chain. So this is the Riders Wave, not Riders Wave. This is the Rhino Build-A-Figure version, and it's a chain with bendy wire in it, and then dirtied up.
Oh yes, I remember you telling me.
And he's got a real chain on as well around his waist.
Nice.
So that's my sort of solo Ghost Rider on the shelf, swipping his chain. So yeah, that's the single packed version with the Rhino, and then the the Riders Wave version is at the back there. I should pull them all down, shouldn't I? Make a right mess.
See, I don't know, man. I originally had the Rhino Ghost Rider, sold it a few years back. Then when the Riders Wave came out, I waited for a while. They went on sale at TK Maxx, and that's when I picked one up. And then I sold it again earlier this year. Not sure if I regret it.
So who did you sell? You sold the Rhino.
So I originally got the Rhino Wave one.
Yeah.
The summer it came out, I think that was summer 2015, I want to say, that it came out. I got Craven, I got Chameleon, J. Jonah Jameson, and Hammerhead, and I got that Ghost Rider. Sold the Ghost Rider a couple of years later, and then a couple of years ago when they brought out that one, the Riders one, I waited, and then it went on sale at TK Maxx. Do you remember?
Yeah, I never found them. Never seen them in TK Maxx at all.
Really? My local one had two, I think, at the time, and I just like reserved it online and went just walked down into the town and got one.
Always nice when it works out.
And then I sold it again earlier on this year, and I don't know if I regret it. I don't think I do. It is a really good like that. Especially the Riders version is the definitive Ghost Rider.
It is. Sure. If you need a Ghost Rider in your display, it's up to you how much you like Ghost Rider. But if you need a Ghost Rider, you need him with his bike. So out of the two, even though I prefer the Deco on the single packed version, I actually prefer the Skull and the Riders Wave. So if you have both, you can mash your favorite version, if you will. But you need the bike. You can't if you're gonna have a Ghost Rider, you need the bike, don't you? So
exactly. Yeah. And even if you get one of the other Riders bikes, you can't customize it as good as it comes in the box with the with Ghost Rider, I don't think.
So what's the chat saying? Chat, let us know. Have you got this Ghost Rider? Just curious as we go through these Riders Waves, I want to see how popular Riders Waves are and if you've picked them up. So if you have got the Ghost Rider, please just drop in the chat. Yep, you got it. You've copped it. Whatever, and I'll give you a shout. Definitely better than the Toy Biz versions.
Marcus says, no data assigned to Ghost Rider is the best.
Yeah, he's nice.
Who else we got? Crazy Toon Production says, can't believe the Rhino Wave is so expensive now. Glad I picked up when I did.
Yeah.
I originally got that Rhino Build-A-Figure for $35.
Wow. That's like
on eBay summer 2015.
Probably
that thing goes for
that's probably not even £30 British.
No, it would have been like £28 British.
Yeah, crazy.
So and then the value like skyrocketed, and I thought, okay, buy Rhino.
Wow.
Rob Pollock says, sometimes there's off the market values just really supplies you. Saint Archangel said, I customized my Rhino Wave Ghost Rider into Dan Ketch, added spikes, painted black and grey, and gave him the toy box Dan Ketch bike.
Okay.
Not sure who Dan Ketch is.
I have no idea.
And then, Saint Archangel said Brandon's super loud for your information, guys.
It's probably because I'm too quiet. I'll turn myself up. Hang on.
And then Rob Pollock said, I have the Riders Ghost Rider. Mark Tech says, I've got it. Thor 2012 said, I have the Rhino Ghost Rider, but not the Rider. And then Crazy Toon. Tell me about it. The chameleon figure is over $100 sealed on eBay. It's ridiculous. That is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. The Rhino Wave must have been short-lived, like at retail, because there was never a peg warmer from that wave.
But think about the time it was released as well. In 2015, you didn't have like nearly half as many. Well, I don't know that for sure, but like there are so many collectors that Hasbro picked up with Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
That was just well before their time.
Yeah, I do think supplies were shorter of those early waves.
Yeah, and so exactly.
But yeah,
and so all of the people that have come on since, the supply is just not there.
Okay, shout out Toying Around, by the way. Toying Around's joined us. Says, hey Dan.
Squirrel Girl. Wow. He said Squirrel Girl is the best. I never got Squirrel Girl. She was like £20 in the Disney store the other week, and I just was like, no. My
niece loves Squirrel Girl. When she comes into this room, the first thing she goes to is Squirrel Girl. So I think I might get her a Squirrel Girl for Christmas if they're still at Disney store when on sale. Yeah. Who Marino Collectibles is in the chat. I said it right first time, right?
Yes, you did. Yeah,
how?
Got
learning.
It
yes, there you go. Shout out to who. Some people seem to have it, some people don't. Cap Lib says he doesn't own any of the riders. Interesting. I guess some of the riders ain't necessary.
Really?
But I think the Ghost Rider, if you need him with his bike.
Yeah, I have to admit, it sounds silly me saying this given I don't have it because I sold it. But I do think the Ghost Rider is the best of the riders for sure. For sure.
It is definitely up there with one of the best. So let's go to the second one. The second one, you already mentioned it. It came in the same wave as this. Just two of them in one wave, wave one, and it was Black Widow. And you got two interchangeable heads with Black Widow. I think the second head in this, they were making up for their retro. Do you know this? The carded
because
Black
it was
Widow. It was Mary Jane's head.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they thingy. I've offended Rob because I didn't know who Dan Ketch is. Ouch, my old heart. Dan Ketch, you're going to have to tell us, Rob. Who's Dan Ketch? But yeah, there's Black Widow on a bike. I can get Black Widow. Hang on, let me switch to the camera. Brandon's got his out. There she is. We're live with Black Widow right now. Do an impression of Black Widow while she's there. Hello.
Yeah, could you imagine? I still think this is probably my favorite. It's tough. I like this. I like the black body, I think, but I prefer this head sculpt.
Yeah, that's probably the best Black Widow head sculpt is on that. Origins.
It's on the white body. That's the only thing. And I don't think that. I remember you did a head swap on your review. And
some of them work, some of them don't.
Oh, this works a little bit. It's just the head is a bit loose. But that is definitive Black Widow.
Right, let me go and post the chat. I haven't posted this in some groups yet. So as I get, if you're sharing the stream, people, I do appreciate it. I've just went and posted it in a few groups. Hopefully bring some people in. Right, so Black Widow. So what I was saying about Black Widow is she's one of those characters that's in the Riders Wave where you don't really need Black Widow on a bike. She's not famous for being on a bike. It works with the character, but it's not like essential. Like Ghost Rider, he's got Rider in his fucking name. Do you know where Black Widow, you don't need the bike. So and because they've released so many Black Widows now as well, we've got the vintage wave version, we've got these two recent ones with the grey and the white for the Black Widow movie. You don't need this one, but it's a nice one.
I gotta be honest with you though, right? Having felt and touched the pinless technology now, I really wish we had a Black Widow that was pinless.
Matter of time.
Man, I wish we had a pinless Black Widow.
Matter of time, my friend. So I do try and pose the Riders Wave figures on their bikes since they are meant to be that way. So if behind me is basically my little display. I don't know if you can see it. It's literally there. All of them is the riders that I've got on display. There's a few of us scattered around, but yeah, Black Widow. Yeah, nice addition, but not essential. So the chat, let me know. Did you get Black Widow? Do you like this version of Black Widow, or did you just skip this one entirely?
Marcus said, I got hella confused. Brandon turned into a redhead.
Told you.
Rob Pollock said, I have Black Widow with the bike. I wouldn't, though, if I didn't score her on Amazon for $12 on a lucky Cyber Monday sale. I can't remember where I got mine. I think mine was in Demand Toys. I'm
one of those idiots that can't wait for things because I panic that they might not be there when I do want to buy them. So I have to pre-order everything. So I pay full price for everything like an idiot because not that I'm impatient. It's just that I panic that when I do have the money to buy it, it might not be there at retail. And I'd rather pay retail for something than it's so stressful. So I'm jealous of everyone who gets all these bargains because by the time these bargains pop up, I'm like, well, I've already got that figure now. Could have saved myself some money, but oh well. Shout out That Legend just joined us. Tom and Sonny are still around. And Rob is telling us who Danny Ketch is. So everyone else is right. Danny Ketch was the second Ghost Rider, and the Ghost jacket with spikes design is largely from what think. Oh, okay. So I'm familiar with obviously Johnny Blaze and Robbie Rodriguez. Well, Rodriguez, yeah. He's the one that drives the car. And he's the one who was in the recent Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I think, for a little bit. So a car would be nice, but we'll talk about some of our wants later on in the stream. But let's talk
also,
about...
if you see me looking down and I look distracted, I'm posing Power Rangers.
Okay, not a problem.
This is a rider though, which is why I've got him in hand.
Oh, okay, so you can sneak that in at the end. I like that. All right, cool. So as I said, I always look down because my computer's down. So like, I always feel bad that I'm like staring down here rather than at the screen at everyone. So you do have my attention, everyone. I promise. But I told you I ain't got a producer. My assistant only speaks in a robot voice. She has no arms. She can't control the computer. Maybe one day.
What's Friday?
Friday.
That's why we do it. That's why we do our live streams on Friday.
Friday. We could. That's what I could say. The robot voice is Friday. Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Friday. The robot voice is Friday. If you want to hear my AI Friday speak, then it's a £5 super chat, please. Right. So the next Rider's Wave. So Black Widow, Ghost Rider. The next one was
yes, you're testing my knowledge. Let me think. I want to say the next one was Wolverine.
It was Wolverine. So there, I'll throw up a picture of Wolverine. So Wolverine.
That was summer 2018, I think. Oh no, that was like summer September 2018, I think.
So it's basically wife beater Wolverine with the white tank top, the jeans. You get the patch head as well, which was an interesting packing. And it's essentially the same bike as the Ghost Rider, which we're now going to see lots of times as we roll through these. But this time, instead of flames, you get bags. Yay! That's what we all wanted. Yeah. Bags.
I really like this figure. Even the packaging. I still have the packaging boxed up. I really like this figure. Yeah, I think this as well was our first like casual Wolverine in the line, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Other than the Days of Future Past one, kind of.
Yeah. So basically, this was the prelude to Old Man Logan, I think. I think Old Man Logan's a little bit different actually. But still, we've got Wolverine in every bloody style now. I'm surprised we haven't got him in a dressing gown at some point. But it's another way for them to... Logan with his bike is a little bit more synonymous. Like, I would picture Logan with a bike before I'd picture Black Widow with a bike, if that makes sense. Do you know, like, even the animated show would have Logan like on his bike. And like, so I didn't mind that we got Logan on his bike or Wolverine. But again, it's not essential. Are you a fan of that patch head? Where have you actually put it on another figure?
No. It's a great question. I did used to have it on. So did you ever see Rogue One? The Star Wars movie. Rogue One.
Yeah.
So Black Series released the I think it was the Cassian character in the snow kind of getup.
Yes.
I did have the patch head on that figure.
Oh,
just because
okay.
I thought
like a winter sort of Logan type thing.
Yeah, and I used to have it on this shelf here, this cosmic shelf.
Okay.
As I don't know, I always had it in my imagination that like Logan was going
lost
somewhere. Yeah, some kind of something. But yeah, how about you?
So I've got my Logan's like right there is on it, and my I put the patch head on the samurai Logan that came with the vintage X-Men.
Oh yeah.
So because that is actually a look he had in the comics.
Yeah.
It's all black with the patch head. So that
very true.
Perfect body for Patch. So now the clone of Wolverine, or it's Wolverine pretending to be a clone or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah. So Patch has a live. I don't know where it is in the display. It's like, where's Wally with figures on my display? I'm like, where
yeah. Because that's the thing that's amazing about yours is that you literally have every legend, every one.
Nah, I'm missing some. Like I haven't there's some I really want that I'm missing. Do you know like a Spider-Girl from the Ultimate Green Goblin wave?
Which one?
The Spider-Girl, the one all black. Ayas Parker or something. The all black. She's from the Ultimate Green Goblin wave. She was a running change with I think the white tiger.
No, not White Tiger, May Parker.
There you go, that one. So I don't have her, and it still bugs me to this day. There was one on eBay for £40, and I wasn't paying £40 for it. And every time someone's selling one at a reasonable price, someone else gets it before I do. So I haven't got her. There's another one I want is the black version of the Agent Venom. So we've got the white
but the
version.
ball joints on that figure is so bad.
I just like the character design. That's literally those two figures.
Yeah.
Like I don't know much about. I just like the character design. I just like it. They're just two that pop in my head.
Was it this one?
Yep. It's that one. Yeah, you're just showing off now at this point.
The one in my head.
You're showing off at this point. Oh, you're just showing off, all right. Don't make me do a forced purchase like you with your cuckoo last week. Now you've got 3 cuckoos though, right?
Yeah, wait, can you see them? Look, they're right.
Yeah, I can see them.
Wait, right here.
Doesn't it make much more sense with 3 cookies, Brandon?
Oh, honestly, I come into this room now and I look at the shelf and actually just I can breathe. I don't feel weird anymore.
It'll look better with the Hellfire box set that we get in a few weeks.
Yeah, that's the thing. But that's the thing. I don't know where I'm going to fit them because this 90s X-Men shelf that's here, it is like full to the brim. And I haven't even put Warpath on there yet.
If you get yourself some Hellfire Hanks, you can make yourself your own little Hellfire display.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So there is Logan. So let's see what the next rider is. Okay, so.
Oh, let me guess.
Okay, so the next wave of riders after Logan and that initial first bank.
Yeah, this is the 2019 wave. So Professor X is next.
Professor X, and the other one was.
Oh, and the other one was. Don't tell me I know it. Don't tell me I know it. Professor X and. I don't think. Did they come out at the same time?
Yep, they did. They were packed together. Give you a clue, it's not a bike. Come on.
Is it Squirrel Girl?
No,
she came out this year.
She was
so who is it?
So her vehicle was a repaint of what? I'm going to put the picture up on the screen just to tease you. So this is what Brandon can't remember, people.
Deadpool and his moped.
Yay, we got there eventually. Yay. Yeah, so the Deadpool corpse with Dogpool and Squirrel and Squirrel Pool, sorry, and Hydra Bob's head. So let me get Hydra Bob. So yeah, we got Hydra Bob's head, which I really like as well. Whoops, where's my mouse gone? There it is.
I knew this was another one that I skipped, but I couldn't remember what.
Oh, so you've not got this? Look at how could you not want a Hydra Bob? Look how happy he is.
Because I've already got that Deadpool. So I just was like, at the time.
It's funny to have a Hydra.
That head is really funny though. Yeah, that head is really good to be fair.
And if you've got the Lady Deadpool and the Headpool, you've got your whole Deadpool crew going on. So you sort of had to get the Riders wave just to get Dogpool and Squirrel Pool.
Let me show you how I've got my Pants Pool and Lady Pool posed.
Okay. There best be nothing dirty here, Brandon, all right? We don't want to get kicked off YouTube.
Look.
Oh dear. Oh, they're having fun. Okay, that's all right.
She's got the blade to his neck.
He's got his pants on, so that's PG. That's fine.
Yeah. The idea I had in my head was like that she wanted to like duel or fight or something, and he's just like, nah, I'm in pants. It's like my day off, and she like jumps him and just puts like the blade to his thing. Or I figure this is a Friday night when Dan and I over on the live stream, and the missus comes home unhappy.
She comes with the blade to your throat, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I've got him on the shelf. He's easy to get. Here he is. The Dogpool, Squirrel Pool along for the ride, and I like how they all plug in together. And
yeah, that is really good. It's a really good set, to be fair.
It's just a fun thing. Look, if you notice, right, it come with a pack of stickers. I didn't put any stickers on mine. No stickers on mine. So a lot of people obviously can put the stickers on how they want. There's no rules, but I would have got bored, or I would have not been happy with where I put them a week later. So rather than just ruining it and it forever bugging me, I just thought, no, keep it. So I've still got this rack of stickers, but just I've got the Vespa on its own. And I've even got a Vespa for my movie Deadpool. It's not one of these. It's one of those like 1/12 scale motorbike.
Vespas.
Yeah, but it's a Vespa that looks less cartoony than this one. So maybe when I do my review of Deadpool, the movie version, I'll get the actual Vespa out. But this is just a fun set. Again, you can have a Deadpool corner of your display now with all these Deadpool figures.
I'm wondering. What do you think that set goes for on eBay now? Just as a guess.
Well, the Deadpool set. I still thought you can get that at retail, right? Still not get it. I suppose would assume so.
This isn't me doing another live purchase on the stream.
Okay.
This is just me curious.
So chat, what do you think? You can get involved with this as well. Brandon thinks that this Deadpool is going for above retail, I assume, otherwise he wouldn't be looking. What do you think this Deadpool's worth money now? It is Deadpool, very popular character.
By the looks of it, Amazon it's £48.
Okay, so that's
and that's not even on Prime. It's out of stock at. seems to be at stock most places, by the looks of it.
Deadpool's one of those very popular characters that even not massive Marvel fans are now aware of who Deadpool is. So, like, I can imagine parents seeing this and just thinking, I'll buy it for my kid because he likes Deadpool. So, but all Deadpool merch does seem to go up eventually. Like, just think of that first Epic Heroes wave Deadpool. Try and get a Deadpool, like a real Deadpool now from the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure wave. Do you know, like, even the Deadpool...
That's still one of my favourites. I've still got that here.
Even the Deadpool... What's the second Deadpool that come out? What range is it in?
Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, yeah. So even that one goes for a pretty penny. So I think all Deadpool figures will go up. So including that one, as I said, it's just a fun set for Deadpool. But that wasn't my favourite rider out of the two. Obviously, you've already mentioned it.
Oh, yeah, no.
So this was a must. If you are an X-Men fan and a Marvel Legends collector in the Hasbro era, this was probably at the top of a lot of people's wants lists, and we finally got it. And it happened to come in the Riders wave, which I wasn't mad about at all. And it is, of course, Professor Charles Xavier, Professor X himself, in his hover chair. Ignore the effects that come with it, because the effects were a decent attempt from Hasbro, but they didn't quite work out the way they intended. But at least they tried. But we did get the hover chair. So this figure single-handedly killed the careers of a lot of Marvel Legends 3D printers online.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people were 3D printing these hover chairs, and unfortunately Hasbro killed the market for 3D hover chairs, because now you could get one officially from Hasbro. But this came with the Shadow King head as well, and that's going to come in handy when people buy their Retro Wave Kingpin. They can turn their Build-A-Figure Kingpin into a Shadow... so I was say Shadow Man then, but it's Shadow King.
King,
So I do like it when they throw in just a random accessory like that. Like, obviously, Hydra Bob Smiley Head came with Deadpool. Shadow King came with this one. Like way back when Rogue came, or Kitty Pryde or Rogue, one of the two, came with the Red Onslaught head for the Red Skull Build-A-Figure.
Oh, yeah. Can't remember which one.
Yeah, that was in a separate wave. But I like when they do that. But Professor X has to be up there.
Yeah, this is my personally, this is my favourite rider. Personally,
I'm not going to pull mine off the shelf because too many figures will fall down. But you can see him right there, centerpiece,
just here. Hold on.
Centerpiece of the X-Men display.
Yeah, same here. Is anyone going to fall?
Let me go and have a look at the chat. Very nice.
Look him. It looks like he's. You can't even see me. You're on live with Charles.
Oh, hang on, my bad. There you go, Charles Xavier. Okay, it's nice to see you. Thank you for coming to Dan Who live stream. We appreciate it, Charles. Are there, and is there any room at the X Mansion? I am thinking of joining the X-Men. I have. Maybe I've got some mutant abilities. I don't know what they are. I'm hoping you can help me figure that out, Charles.
Well, Dan, we're always welcome to new X members, so feel free to come down anytime.
He seems so welcoming, friendly. Cheers, Charles. Appreciate that. I like how you got his helmet displayed on his little,
lap.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. You didn't want to choose the display effect. You doesn't want to seem like there's some ice cream exploding from his brain. I'm saying ice cream rather than another word.
Yeah, okay.
I know you know what everyone's thinking.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the ACBA, or the pretend ACBA, should we say, for that was just a bit icky. But yeah, this is easily I forget how good this thing really is, man. I haven't picked this up and had to play with it for a while. I absolutely adore this figure. And I remember... Huh?
Sorry, I've zoomed in on the accessory piece, and I'm just thinking, what is that?
Yeah. I remember exactly where I was when this was announced. It was announced at SDCC, and remember they did this like video, and it was like
3D, a little spin around 3D thing.
Yeah. And then it came up and said something like "dreams do come true" or something like that. I think it was. It was so funny.
They knew we wanted it. As I said, it's got to be on the top of a lot of people's lists.
And I think that was also the same live stream that they announced the I was going to say it was the same live stream they announced the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave, but I don't think so. I think that was the previous year, and I think that the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave came out like a couple of months after that SDCC that year. or maybe that month.
This one came out after the Apocalypse wave or a similar time.
Yeah. So I think it was this,
Yeah, because people can get them the Deadpool, not Deadpool, the Wolverine, the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, that with the blue shoulder pads, the more classic look.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
But yeah, Charles has got to be up there as one of the better riders. And again, that's their first tease to sort of say that it doesn't have to be a bike, doesn't have to be a scooter. There are other possibilities in the Riders Wave. Now, we may not have seen a lot more of these possibilities so far, but at least they're willing to throw in some other types of vehicles. So obviously we're going to see a lot more bikes and scooters, unfortunately, but if they're going to throw in one of these every now and then, I think Professor X was a great choice. So let me just check with the live chat before we move on. I'm just assuming that everyone agrees with us, but you may not.
Sorry, I'm just getting carried away with Professor X. So Phil Jones said best rider ever. Tom Schaller says this is the best one, plus a Shadow King head. Mark Tac said Professor excited with that effect. Oh god. Thor 2012 said got that Professor X. It was a must-have. Rob Pollock said Kitty had the Onslaught head. Crazy Toon Productions, no X-Men collection is complete without a classic Professor X.
Very true.
Professor X and Punisher are the only two I've bought, says Sonny. Rob Pollock says, does anybody use the Xavier effect? I certainly don't. I don't. Marcus is laughing. Cap Live says, Charles's chair seems to be on the fritz with all the shaking. Oh, that was probably me. My bad.
You turn vibrate on. That's where that accessory piece came from. The vibrate on the chair. That's what happens. His head blows up.
Exactly. Crazy Toon Productions says Deadpool, Professor X, Punisher, and Squirrel Girl are the only legendary rider series that I want. Mark Tac says some funny stuff.
Where dreams come true with that effect.
Homerino Collectibles says my favorite hasn't come yet. It's something cosmic. Ooh.
Okay, we know where that is. We know what that is.
But this is personally this is the best for sure.
It's up there
because it's like you say. Like I'm looking at my X-Men display right now without this, and it's just not complete without this.
No, it's the centerpiece. As I said, you can see it behind me. It's the centerpiece to my collection. All right, hang on a sec.
Just a quick side note. How do you feel about the white costume vintage Storm?
Oh, that's my favorite Storm. Easily.
Me too, but mine falls over all the time.
I've got mine on some effect pieces I brought from AliExpress. So it's like I can't show you, but I wish I could zoom in a little bit. But she's like posed up with electric effects. Like, so she's on a bit of a stand with electric effects around her. I'll take a picture and show you. But so mine, I don't have that issue with her standing because she's posed up with those electric effects. There's two characters in my display that are posed with electric effects around them. Storm is one of them, and then Electro is the other one. So I've got like an electric effects section on my Spider-Man display and on my X-Men display. But White Storm, it's all about White Storm for me. Like I know everyone's loving this new classic black outfit Storm that's coming out, which I should have maybe tomorrow. But the White Storm for me, animated series, Jim Lee, that's where it goes. 100%. Always works. A lot of people want, like, I even brought the black variant to that. I just haven't even opened it.
Yeah, me too. I haven't opened it.
No, I've still got it in a box. I've kept one boxed version of White Storm and one black version of Storm. So I've got them both in packaging somewhere, keeping them safe. I think people wanted a silver version of Storm as well, because in the comics, people were assuming that the outfit may be silver and not white, but the animated series made it white. So everyone assumed it was white, but it could have been silver. So we shall see. But yes, do you know what the next Riders Wave is? So it was like Logan, it was single packed.
Yeah. So it was World War II Captain America.
Yeah, so this is, you're hearing it here first, people, as an exclusive, the only Riders Wave figure I do not own. Do not have this one.
Why?
I didn't think I needed another bike, and I didn't think I needed that cap. Obviously, I want them, but what I want and what I need are two different stories, I assume. But It's probably one of them where it came out at a time where my money was going elsewhere, so something had to make a cut.
That was heavy 80 years.
So that had to make and I spent a lot of money on those 80 years.
Yeah, you did. You got them first.
I got them all once. I didn't pay extra for them. I just had to pay it all at once. So this one unfortunately didn't make the cut. So I do not have this Rider's Wave. It may be I've got it on my Amazon listing. It may be one I track back and get, but it's not one I currently have. I assume you have it. Are you leaning over to get it?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. So I haven't got the bike to hand.
Laser Pants says I skipped it because I hate America. That is not true, my friend. I copy all the Americans apparently.
But so I got this because I love Cap is pretty much top 3 favorite superheroes, Marvel superheroes ever, and so I love this version of him.
I like that shield. Very nice shield.
Yeah, shield is really nice. The whole deco, everything about this figure is great. There is one thing I don't like about it.
The goggles.
And it is
the weird goggles.
No, don't mind the goggles, but
he looks weird without that. He looked weird without that helmet on, I must admit.
Yeah, the reason being is the neck. It's such a giraffe neck, and the head is maybe the head needed to be a bit bigger to kind of disguise how big the neck is. I don't know, because when you end up putting the helmet on, it kind of beefs up the head a bit, so the neck doesn't look so bad.
Okay.
But because of how the neck is, it's just not great. The thing that this figure would benefit from is the new ball joints that they're putting in at the neck.
Okay, yeah, neck and head, yeah.
And head. If this had that, it would be the perfect figure. But still, just for the deco alone, and just for it to stand still, I love this figure.
I think what put me off as well is that I got the Peggy Carter and Captain America 2-pack.
Same body.
Super chat just come in.
Timothy Miturieth donated $5 through Super Chat. Can an adult still play? Because in 24, but I miss playing with them. Miturieth donated $5 through Super Chat. Can an adult still
It's all going crazy. It's all going crazy because we can hear what you can hear still. So it's like looping. So it's looping back on itself. But we need to figure that out. But it's definitely reading out the super chat. So I appreciate that. So Timothy. He says, can an adult still play with figs because I'm 24 and I miss playing with them? If you can play with them if you want.
Bro, I turned 24 last week and nothing is better than... And I mean, I don't necessarily play with my figures. I'm not like, kind of thing. But I get so much just light relief out of just posing these things, man. Not even I'm trying to properly build my ACBA, but I don't really have a proper setup really, or any space in the house to properly set things up and take the time to take the photos. But just posing him on my desk is literally look, we're sat here right now just talking, and I've got 3 or 4 different figures that I'm just posing. So listen, whether you're 24 or 44, I'm just sitting here posing them. There's nothing wrong with it, man. It's a good way to go.
I've always said that playing the adult version of playing with toys, it is the collecting element. It is building your displays. It is the photography. Do you know, it's not playing with them like you said, but it's the adult equivalent of it, I guess. The amount of times I just put on a podcast, occasionally the Infinity Equation podcast, maybe sometimes, I sit and put that on in the background as I tweak with my display or as I'm unboxing figures or something like that. And I just pose them up and plop them on the shelf, but that's I guess that's the adult way of playing with figures. But ACBA, of course, that's playing with your figures. Do you know, you've got to pose them up, put them down, So And
I mean, I think ACBA is the high point of adult action figure collecting.
Look,
for sure.
Everyone in this chat is on the same page. Do you know, we're all adults that collect, and it's everyone has their own reasons why they collect or whatever. But it's all we all share the same passion and love, and that's what's beautiful about it. It's age is just a number, my friend. Age is just a number. But Blake threw in with a super chat as well while you were talking, Brandon.
Oh yeah.
And he says, so Blake, thank you very much for the super chat. It did read it out. But Brandon was talking at the same time, so sorry, blame Brandon. Sorry, Brandon, it's not your fault really. I need to figure it out. I need to figure out how that can. I need to play the super chats through.
Donate the super chat again so we can hear it again.
No. Blake says, "Who is your favourite British hero?" So Does Psylocke count? She's British, maybe. Okay, so I've got 2 British ones that are easy to pull off the shelf, so I'll grab them. So obviously we got Captain Britain.
Oh, I have a great idea for mine.
Captain Britain. Mm-hmm. We should see him in MCU film sooner or later. Surely, Captain Britain. And then we got Union Jack as well. I don't know. It's like, if you're a British superhero, do you have to wear the Union Jack? Is that like the law in the Marvel? It's like, we need to make sure you know we're British. So I'm wearing the British flag. Like, it looks pretty good as a costume, I have to admit, but they both need to wear it, seriously. Like, God, I don't know. But yeah, Captain Britain, Union Jack, and then Psylocke is technically British. She's only trapped in an Asian woman's body, but Betty is, of course, British. She is Captain Britain's brother, sister? Yeah, Captain Britain's her brother, I believe. Rob will let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. Rob is our historian in the comments. But how are Psylocke and Captain Britain related, Rob? Remind me, please. Okay, so now I've got my special guest. I didn't even notice. I got my special guest, Peggy Carter. Yeah, she's a great character for the MCU.
Honestly.
Did you watch Agent Carter, the TV show?
Yes, and loved it. I love Hayley Atwell. I think she's just magnificent, generally and especially in that role. So I wish we had more Peggy Carter content for sure. I think she's great. Yeah, no, she's definitely a good one.
Shout out to who's just joined us. Bullet74 says he just got here. You haven't missed anything, my friend. We're still chatting Marvel Legends nonsense. And a lot of people were just talking about the adult version of playing with toys, saying, what are people saying? Posing figures. So Phil says posing figures and playing with them is very therapeutic. I try and tell this to my missus all the time. That just rearranging my collection. People look at my shelves and think, oh, how long did it take you to put them there? Is that hard work? Is that annoying? But like, yeah, I think it's very therapeutic. Do you know, like, as I said, I'll put a podcast on and I'll just pose up and I'll change my display. And it's chilled. It's like my downtime. So I completely get that feel, and I completely agree with that. Posing your figs, changing your displays is very therapeutic. It's like me time.
There is one part of it that isn't therapeutic.
Stupid legs that keep falling over.
But dusting. Dusting is my least favorite Sunday of the month.
So I've never really paid too much attention to the dust thing. Like, but my missus walked in the other day and says, "How do you dust them?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really dust them too much." But they're not that dusty. They're not, like, because my displays, I move around quite a lot and I'm constantly changing. I'm taking figures off for review. The amount of times I have to destroy it, like the amount of times I need a figure for a review comparison. I don't need to, but I want to. And I have to get it right from the back of the display shelf. And I pull it out and it drops and collapses about 30 legends. So yeah, I don't need to dust mine because I'm constantly changing and rearranging. But yeah. Rob says Marvel Legends wouldn't still exist today without adult collectors. And again, I love what you love, however you want to love it. I completely agree, Rob. And I've said this before, and the Marvel Legends crew have to sort of agree. Is like the adult collectors is their main market right now. Like Marvel Legends are marketed and aimed towards the adult collector. They have those weird basic lines and the stuff for the kids. Marvel Legends are now for the adults, surely.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I would agree for sure, and I think they do definitely pick up the kids market, you know, at times for sure. Like when I was in the States, especially, I would go to like Target or something like that, and you definitely always see like a kid, you know, running to the toy aisle, picking up whatever. But I definitely think that they know that the majority, and I think it's definitely aimed at adult collectors for sure. But when you think about it, like the collector like market is huge. Like you think for a second how much that costs with in-demand toys, right? Like yesterday or today, whenever it was, that you got almost the entire line of that X-Men stuff. You think about it, that how many of us are going to be doing the exact same as you just did, getting all of those figures just in that one part of the line, let alone other waves, let alone other Hasbro lines.
Yeah, and just think, like, they just made £7 million with the Sentinel. and that was 350. So if you've got 20,000 people all spending 350 on half the figures in a year, they're raking it in. But that's why the price point is aimed at adults as well. Like, because if you've got a kid, if you're taking your kids shopping, and a kid sees it, even if they pick up a Marvel Legend and go, "Oh, Mom, Dad, I want this figure," they're gonna pick, "Oh, why don't you get this £5 version of Captain America rather than this?"
And the kid will enjoy it regardless.
Exactly, and the kid will just be happy he's got something. So, like, the price point is not aimed at the kids either. It's not aimed at parents buying for their kids. Maybe some parents do. I'm sure they do, but I'm just assuming the majority of the time, parents will go, "I'm not paying £20 for that one figure." And I made a joke in the Deadpool figure I've just reviewed, where it came with a strong guy Build-A-Figure head, and it just makes me laugh that people buying figures that don't understand the Build-A-Figure sort of concept. Do they think that head is for Deadpool and just stupidness?
Yeah, I never thought about that like that, actually.
Yeah, in my Deadpool review, I actually put the strong guy head on Deadpool just to see how it looks, and clearly it doesn't work. So we're going to scare some kids out there with that one. But what were anyone else saying what their favourite British
hero was? Banshee is Irish. I didn't know that.
No, you learn something new every day.
There you go.
And yeah, Psylocke definitely counts as British. Definitely. She's just trapped in an Asian's body, but that doesn't matter. She's a beautiful Asian. I think in the comics she's back. I think it's a very complicated story. I'll say for a Who Is He segment. I've got a soundboard, right? And I've got my mixer, and I was gonna plug it in, and I was gonna have a soundboard and everything, but I never got it out in time. But like my soundboard, I literally press a button, and it will play like what I want it to play. Can you hear that? It's meant to be a Who Is He thing. I don't know if I can get it to work. Let me see if I can get it to work.
No, I can hear it.
I'm going to plug it into the mic. Read some comments for a second.
Okay, so we got Banshee is Irish. Laserpen says my kid just takes mine. Sunny says I have an 18-month daughter. She's obsessed with my collecting. Thank God she can't reach the handles. Mark Tech said it's healthy to play, pose, or display the figures. Appreciate them the way you want. They are your love for the characters in the line. Something else that saved this city said Psylocke is Captain Britain right now.
Okay, yeah. I knew Psylocke was back in her body.
Yeah. Marcus Ye says because I think Bishop is British. Blade and Spider-Woman are apparently British too. Because I think Bishop is British. Is Bishop British?
I don't know off the top of my head.
If Bishop is British, then sign me up for that's my favourite British superhero. I love Bishop. I never knew that he was British though. Black Knight is a Brit, I believe. Psylocke and Captain Britain are brother and sister. There's also the oft-forgotten Jamie Braddock, another brother and a villain. Bishop is an Aussie? I'm going to Google this. I need to know.
We need answers, Brandon. We need answers. So sorry, everyone. I'm basically trying to plug in a soundboard. It probably won't work, but I thought it'd be funny to try it.
Bishop.
It in.
Let's see. Bishop Comics, Wikipedia. Bishop. Fictional character. So,
if anyone
about 80 years in the future of the Marvel, was the son of Aboriginal mutant refugees who fled to America from Australia a day before Australia was devastated in a nuclear attack. He was who fled to America from... Oh yeah, Bishop's Australian.
Okay, now we know. Right, chat, by the way, I've got a question for the chat, right? So I've just plugged in my soundboard. Now, can you, if I press a button, can you hear it? Okay, so I'm going to do a test. So I'm going to press a button and tell me if you can hear it. It should be saying POW. Let me know if you can hear it.
If I press a button, can you...
No, it's not working, is it? Nothing. Okay, doesn't matter. It was worth a try. I'll figure it out. I need to get Brandon to hear the super chats because Ramblin' Mahoney is just...
Ramblin' Mahoney is here.
Yeah.
Boom.
Shout out to Ramblin' Mahoney. He says, hello, boyos. Hello, Ramblin' Mahoney, our good friend. Welcome. We're here discussing Riders Ways, but as always, we're off on a tangent.
Yeah, I don't even remember how we started. Oh, it was the super chat, wasn't it?
Ramblin' Mahoney donated $4.99 through super chat. Hello, boyos.
Hello, boyos. That's what the super chat said. So basically, Ramblin' Mahoney, we have a robot that talks our super chats. If you, I think it just needs a $4.99 plus donation, and it will read your super chat out. So the robot just said hello, boyosh, because it didn't have to say boyos.
That's so funny.
But yeah, let's go back to the images. Right. So let's keep talking about the
so where did we get up to? We got up to.
So we're at
World War II Cap.
Yeah, so we've passed World War II Cap, the only Riders Wave figure that I don't have. I want to get it, but I don't have it. This next one is probably a lot of people's favourites. Homerino Collectibles already said that this is his favourite, and a few people agreed with him.
This one.
And this one is, of course, the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Now, this is actually Frank Castle with the Ghost Rider powers and also the powers of Cosmic that Galactus give him. So, it's a crazy character. And it's quite a modern character. I think he only appeared in the comics a few years ago, not too long ago at all. Cosmic Ghost Rider. So the chat's a little bit delayed for us on our end. So I'm hearing a lot of people saying nope, they can't hear anything. So thank you for letting me know. I want to get a soundboard. I need to get Brandon here in these super chats. It will happen. It will happen. But do you have this, Brandon? Do you have the Cosmic Ghost Rider?
No, so I haven't gotten any of the riders from this year so far. I think this is a great figure. I think it's unique. I think it's different. It's definitely nicer for folks to get a different bike. And like you said, I think the Frank Castle aspect is definitely a draw for it. But just personally, I was like, I had other priorities for money to go elsewhere, I think. But I think it's definitely a cool figure. What do you think?
So we can't be mad at Hasbro for this one because, yes, they're giving us another Ghost Rider, but they cannot, unless someone in the comments can tell me otherwise, but they cannot use this on another figure. Can they use this bike for another figure?
I don't think so.
There's no way it can be reused. I won't get mine off the display as it's up there. Or maybe I can.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I hate pulling things off. Hey, what's that? But yeah, I don't like taking things down off the display. Yeah, let's ignore that, shall we? Because I've knocked everything over. But the Cosmic Ghost Rider is a very nice figure. It's the type of figure that made me go back and do some research of the character. And then I ended up reading the story that Frank Castle got left on Earth. And he was the only person left on Earth. And he went crazy. So obviously at this point, Frank Castle is crazy. And then Galactus comes to Earth, but it's too late. The Earth's already destroyed. So it was one of those characters that made me go back and read.
Yeah, and big props to Hasbro for and the Legends team for picking him because I think it's a great, unique character. I think it adds a lot to the line. I mean, just looking at it from a distance on the shelf, it's definitely it's a really nice piece. It's dynamic as well. Yeah, it's
definitely a display piece for sure. I've seen some people put LED lights in that sort of bubble on the bike, which shines and makes it a nice touch. So yeah, I think Cosmic Ghost Rider is a lot of people's favourites. But let's see what the chat's saying with this one because I do assume this one's going to be a popular one. Let me just try something for a minute, Brandon. I want to see if my screen comes up with the chat on it, but it means getting rid of you for a sec, so I do apologise. All right, just one second. Let's see if it loads up. Okay, so I'm switching to a screen that I don't really use, and I want to see if the chat actually pops up on screen. So, Brandon, I can still hear you, obviously. So, if you're looking at YouTube, can you see the chat appearing on the screen? So, I'll read out.
So, the way I've got it is I got the chat coming on the right-hand side. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
beautiful. So I do apologise. It means cutting off Brandon. But your comments can jump on the screen. So if you quickly want to be featured on a Dan Who Live, quickly comment now and it will jump on the screen. Sorry, Brandon. I'll bring you back. Maybe I can put the chat over your face or something. No, I'll bring you back. But let's see what the chat's saying real quick. Right, so a lot of people seem to like this. Not a lot of people think this is reused. Rambler Mahoney said that this could be used for the Reavers, but in different combination. Okay, interesting. Off the top of my head, I can't think what that thing is. Few people are agreeing about the story. People saying it should have come with Baby Thanos. Yeah, Tom says Baby Thanos. That's because he has to go and... I think he goes to kill Thanos as a baby, but then decides he needs to save him or keep him or something like that.
And that could have been an easy repaint of Baby Hulk.
Yes. Well, maybe Baby Hulk was made after this, so maybe we'll go back and get it. But I'll bring Brandon back in anyway because I felt bad. But yeah, the chat does come up on screen. That's good to know. That's good. So my super chat robot works if you donate over £4, and my chat on the screen works, but my soundboard doesn't work. So 2 out of 3 is not bad, Brandon. 2 out of 3 isn't bad.
Yeah, I agree.
KJ Smith says, "Pal, what's up? What's up, people?" Right, so let's see what the next riders is, and then we can just start chatting more nonsense. So, as we already know, part of this wave, Brandon, the second riders was Squirrel Girl. Did you say that this was your favourite riders so far, and you've been trying to buy it at Disney Store?
No, I said I saw it at Disney Store, but I skipped.
Oh, okay. So you definitely need to get this, I think, just for Squirrel Girl on her own. She's just a sweet figure. I think I've seen Rob say that he brought this one. He brought Cosmic Ghost Rider for himself, and then this one for his kids. But
again, this was a nice addition to the line.
You do get 3 squirrels, 3 whole squirrels.
Yeah, and the thing is that I think it was a great reuse of the moped.
It's basically a 4-pack, Brandon. It's basically a 4-pack. 3 squirrels.
It pretty much is. I really like the way they've actually done it in the packaging as well.
Nice, sweet.
And the other thing is, as well, is I think that of late, at least, Squirrel Girl is one of those iconic like modern heroes. Like you got Miles, you got Kamala Khan,
Spider Gwen, Gwen Stacy type vibe. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
So
yeah,
I don't think Squirrel Girl is like top tier level cool like those 3 characters are, but she's definitely like one of the more recognizable. So I think it was great to bring her into the line for sure.
Yeah, she's a fun character, and like you said, she's one of those sort of new age sort of teeny bopper characters. I guess would be exactly a way to explain it.
Yeah, new age teen is a great way to describe it.
But this was like, she was unnecessary in the Riders wave, in my opinion, because she's not known. Like I've never seen a comic panel with her with a scooter, to be honest. But I do appreciate getting new characters to the display. So obviously I brought her, and she's. My mic fell out.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry. I actually, out of excitement, I stood on my microphone cable and it unplugged. So hopefully the chat can still hear me. Chat, if you can still hear me, let me know, because that's not good. But you can hear me though, Brandon, right? You can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, sorry. I got so excited.
Jace Figs Week said we can hear you.
I got so excited pulling out, trying to get Squirrel Girl. I literally stepped on my mics, and it's a USB mic as well. So I panicked then, like, oh no, the stream is ruined. But no, as I said, I appreciate getting new characters. And if this was a way to get a new character for the shelf, obviously I brought an unnecessary scooter. But if anyone in the comments and the chat knows that Squirrel Girl's famous for a Vespa, then please let me know. Pal, people can hear me. Good. I panicked then. Woo! Panic over.
Thank God for that.
Panic over. Right.
How does she stand on her own? Does she stand quite well? I can't remember the review.
She's terrible. She does not stand on her own at all.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to try and make a live edit of a thing. I want to go and get myself a cider, Brandon, but I'll only be like 1 minute, but I think it would be unfair to leave an empty seat. So I'm going to leave you as host of the show, okay?
Okay.
I have faith in you. I think you can handle this.
You reckon?
100%.
I think my whole life has been leading up to this moment.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Let me just.
I don't think I could destroy the channel in like 30 seconds.
Well, we shall find out. We're about to find out. So let me just find Brandon. There we go. I'm bringing you into the middle of the screen. Are you ready for this? Is everyone ready for Brandon to officially take over Dan Who Reviews channel?
Rambling Mahoney said, "You can do it, Brandon."
Right, so I'm going to run off and get a cider, like, because it is Friday night after all, and I need a drink.
Marcus said you're giving so much power to Brandon, maybe a little too much power.
Right, I'm just testing his power now. All right, okay, so I'm about to switch the screen, Brandon, and you will be here on your own. So take good care. Take good care of the chat, all right? Be kind.
I'll do my best.
Right?
I'll do my best.
And let's see if I can get the chat up with you actually while you're on your own.
Oh yeah, good thought.
Yeah, because I can do these new tricks. Okay. So let's go to this section. All right, I'm doing some live editing here, people. So you got to bear with me. I basically, as I said, my robot assistant can only Friday can only speak super chats of over £4. She can't actually do anything else.
Much else.
Yeah, she can't do much out. Right, so it's about to happen, Brandon. You ready? All right.
Okay, here we go. Let's do it.
All right. So let's do it. Brandon, you're alone with the chat. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, see you in a second. Enjoy your cider run. Guys, it's just us. We finally got rid of him. No, I'm kidding. Okay, I got some quick fire questions for the chat. I know you did. We got some quick fire. I got some quick fire questions for the chat. So let's see what we're saying. So Sonny said, "Brandon, what's your day job?" So Sonny, I am in marketing. I do marketing and I love marketing. Casper says hello. Thor 2012 said let's do it. Ramblin' Mahoney says quality content. Quality content for quality guests, guys. It's great having you here. Wolfpack Toy Review says the moment you've been waiting for, Brandon. Absolutely. Crazy Tune Production said shields up, guns loaded, sunglasses on. I'm ready for Brandon to take over. Yeah, Thor 2012. I agree. With great power comes great responsibility. Okay, so quick fire questions, guys. Number one, I want to see it in the chat. What has been your number one favorite Marvel Legend released this year in 2020? And then, of all the writers we've spoken about so far, so that includes Ghost Rider with the Cosmic Bike, that includes Squirrel Girl, that includes World War II Cap, that includes, help me out, Deadpool with the Moped, Professor X, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, and Black Widow. What is your favorite one of those and why? So, give me some answers in the chat. Let's see what we got. Action Figure Expert just said hello. What's going on? How you doing today? Marcus said Spider-Man or maybe Doctor Doom. Yep, Spider-Man for sure. Graham Norton or Conan O'Brien. I'm going to have to go with Graham Norton, Rob. Graham Norton for sure. And yes, Mark, I live in London. Punisher, yeah. Doctor Doom because he's beautiful. I agree. I think I have my Doctor Doom currently posed with the head that came from the Invincible Iron Man, the Walgreens exclusive. And I think this is an amazing figure. I really think this is an amazing figure. And I think Hasbro have definitely hit something with that new Fantastic Four retro packaging as well. Best Rider is definitely Punisher. Best Marvel Legend this year is probably Hawkeye. Which Hawkeye came out this year? And then what else we got? Crazy It Sounds Nimrod. Yeah, I haven't gotten Nimrod yet, but check out Dan's review on Nimrod. That was it's a pretty good. That's a pretty good figure as well. Heavy plastic there. War Machine is my favorite figure of the year. Says Action Figure Expert. Oh, Dan, who's back?
Pow! I got my cider. I'm happy now. It's nice and cold. It's been in the fridge. It's refrigerated. It's nice and cold. I'm happy.
Good.
How did you do, Brandon? How was it?
Good. Yes, I asked some quick fire questions. So their favorite Marvel Legend this year and their favorite rider of all of the ones we've spoken about so far.
Okay.
And in terms of favorite legends of the year so far, we have a lot of Doctor Dooms, a lot of Spider-Mans. Sonny said Sugar Man. Warpath as well came up.
Nice.
Vintage Spider-Man again. We had favorite rider is Punisher. We've got War Machine or Sugar Man for favorite figure of the year. Fox X-Men, Wolverine. Who else we got?
Okay, so I'll stop.
Shang-Chi.
I'll stop you there.
Oh yeah, two-pack Hawkeye. Sorry, yeah.
And let's bring in only because you just said the next Riders wave that we're going to talk about, and we'll try and stay on topic. And then after this, we'll take a little break to open up our Tac-Tac's parcel because I'm getting quite excited about that. But So I was just on the screen. You can see Punisher. That's all.
And I just had a thought. So we get 3 riders a year, don't we? Mm-hmm. So we get like the 2 in the spring and then the 1 in summer.
That's how it seems to be.
So because remember that Rectangular had said remember that. Ramblin' Mahoney. Brandon was terrible, disliked.
That's it, Brandon. In the famous words of Alan Sugar, or I guess if you're in the US, I guess The Apprentice was "You're fired." There you go. So Brandon got fired. Apparently, he didn't do a very good job. So we can't keep him around.
Thanks for everything, Mahoney.
Shut up.
Appreciate it.
Shut up, Brandon. I don't even know how to mute you. They can't hear you anymore. No, I'll bring you back. Thank you very much for holding down the fort. I appreciate that.
No problem. But that was the thing. Rectangular had said that there was going to be a Riders Hawkeye. But just thinking about it, we've already had our 3 for this year, so we probably won't get that till the spring now.
Yeah, so obviously on the screen you've just seen Punisher. So save that Hawkeye talk because I may have something lined up for it, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay,
so
here we go.
So here's the Punisher. As you said, a few people mentioned this is their favourite of the year. This could be a lot of people's. I know it seems like such a cheap, easy repaint of that bike. Just put it in all black and give us a Punisher. But they very cleverly gave us the best Punisher ever. I think maybe. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Is this not this Kill Crew Punisher is amazing?
Yeah. But the only thing is I didn't like either of the head sculpts. I think they're great head sculpts. Personally, not my favorite though. I have mine posed with. Hold on. So I specifically went back and bought the camouflage 80 years Punisher just for this head sculpt. This is how I have mine posed.
Yeah, I do like the options we have now with Punishers. We've got so many Punishers.
Yeah.
There's no wrong answer.
Exactly.
You can mix and mash your own. I think in my review of the Riders Wave Punisher, I did loads of head swaps. So if you want to go and see loads of Punisher head swaps, go and find my Riders Wave review. Because I even got the Epic Heroes Frank Castle head and put it on some bodies that still works to this day. Like that head still holds up. But yeah, you can't go wrong with this Punisher. Like the bike is, because it's so simple. It's not like it's got the Punisher logo on it. It's not like it's got flames on it. It's just a black bike. So you can use this with other characters. So like, if you brought this and you don't want your Punisher on the bike, you can use it with other characters. But that helmet, that Kill Crew helmet, and Punisher riding this bike is so good. And then we've got the normal accessories as well. They're not crazy lime green guns or futuristic Nerf guns. We've just got standard all black weapons.
Yeah.
And a baseball bat and a machete. Do you know what I mean? Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, solid.
But
I agree. This was definitely a perfect release.
Yeah, so a lot of people in the chat seem to be agreeing with us that this is definitely one of people's favourite riders and Punishers. But to keep the conversation rolling. So that is all. That is it. That is all that we've officially had. I say that's it. That's 9 figures in the last couple of years. So that's not a bad shout from Hasbro. So first and foremost, bravo Hasbro. I do think they've been doing a decent job. Considering all we're getting of the bikes and the scooters, I understand, again, we say it every week and I'll say it one more time, it's the toy business. So if they need to give us a repainted scooter so they can give us a new character like Squirrel Girl, then I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? And like Punisher, they wanted to give us an updated Punisher with this new, is it pinless? Is he pinless?
Yeah, it's pinless.
Do you know what I mean? So if that's a way for them to give us a new Punisher and make it feel a little bit different, and you put it in with the Riders, again, I can forgive that. Cosmic Ghost Rider's quite a relatively new character in the comics, and now we have it in figure form. We got Professor X finally. Deadpool, you can give it. Deadpool's known with his Vesper. It's not like they made that one up. Do you know, like, so even Logan, Captain America. So fair play to Hasbro. They're doing a good job. And we will get into the rumors of Hawkeye and what I would. So I've basically what I've done, Brandon, is put together my own personal sort of top 5 of what I want in the Riders Wave. So I'm hoping you'll agree with a lot of them. But first, let's take a brief interlude, right? So this is exciting, right? So just to keep the chat updated. So last week we were talking about army builders, and we were joined by our good friend Hellfire Hank, right? So
Hellfire Hank.
Hellfire Hank. He's appeared in a few of my reviews since then, by the way.
What happened to his brother Hellfire Henry?
He's gone. I shipped him in a box. He's gone. I was a little bit disappointed though. It didn't go for a lot on eBay.
I told you.
Yeah, I was too kind. I was too honest. I didn't want people running to those Facebook groups. But so only Hellfire Hank. His brothers will come eventually, probably next week. But yeah, we were talking about army builders, and then
yes, we were.
We realised that our chat actually had the king of army builders. Like we had no idea. Like I had no idea that Mark Tak had these crazy displays of like Hydra soldiers, and we were joking around a little bit, saying they're a little bit dusty. But then he showed us like 20 multiple men and just made us shut up. So we were like, okay, we forgive you. We forgive you. So yeah, we christened him the army building king. And this week he sent me a box. So I've not opened this box. So we've spoke obviously, and he's very kindly sent me a multiple man, so I can have 3 multiple man on my display. You know what I'm like? I've got 2 bit my symmetrical mind. I need one either side of the one in the middle. So I know that's in here, but it's rattling. Like, so let's find out, shall we? So Mark, first and foremost, thank you very much. Whatever's in here, I appreciate it, my friend. You didn't have to do that, but I love you for it, and I'm glad you can be involved with the show. That's what I love. Right, so I'm opening it. A live unboxing. We even got a pen knife. Let's do this. I feel like it's an official unboxing now. You know it's an official unboxing when someone pulls out the blade. The blade is out. No unboxing video is complete without the blade. Everyone likes to show off their blade. Here's my blade, everyone. All right, I brought it from Poundland. Came in a pack of 3. Different colours. Today I'm going for the orange one. All right, so let's do this. All right, I want to be careful. I don't want to slice like multiple man's head off or something. So let's do this. So, all right. So I'm going to literally open it with you. So I don't know what's in here. So we got some of this. Oh, okay. Look at this box of goodies we got here from.
Oh my god.
From Mark Tak. So let me pull these out one by one. So, okay. So it seems like I've got a nice custom in my hand as well. I'll save that for last, Mark. Pow. Thank you. So he is definitely the army building king after this.
Really?
So okay. So thank you, Mark. Right. So first of all, he sent.
Oh yeah, there you go. Another multiple man.
He sent me another multiple man. I now have 3. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you so much. Honestly, this guy is not easy to get right now. I'm sure the Legends community know that this is not an easy figure to get right now. So, Mark, I appreciate you. Very nice. Love multiple man. Love him. And he's going straight on the display. Beautiful. All right. And we were saying he's got a massive Hydra army. Well, he's sent me some recruits. He sent me some recruits to fill out my ranks. I've got some Hydra soldiers. There you go. And you know he knows I like even numbers as well. So he sent me 2 of them.
2. There
Beautiful.
You go.
So I can now have some more Hydra soldiers to join my Hydra ranks on the shelf. Much appreciated. I don't know if you can see, but my Hydra squad's like behind me. I don't know. You can see it like down there, maybe. There's basically I've got a whole shelf of Hydra essentially. So I've got 2 Hydra soldiers. Thank you very much. But it's not just Hydra. They're not the only army building gang in the Marvel universe. What about Advanced Idea Mechanics over here? Look at this.
Oh wow. 2
AIM troopers as well. Wow. This is amazing, Mark. Thank you so much. Beautiful. These are the ones with the silver visors as well, and I actually prefer the black straps to the brown ones as well. So liking that a lot. And again, 2 more. So symmetrical can continue. The even numbers can continue. And then he seems to have sent me a custom of a figure I don't even have, Mark. So this is a nice touch as well. So this is, I don't know if, I hope it can show off properly. This is Superior. It is Superior Spider-Man, right? I'm not wrong, am I? Mark, let me know.
Hold on, let me see.
This is the Carnage Spider-Man, right? So is this like a Doc Ock Carnage version of Spider-Man? Can you see it on the camera, Brandon? I'm just showing it to Brandon's camera. Look on our camera, Brandon.
I think so, because it's got the butterfly joints.
Yeah. So
is it one of the new like velocity ones?
Right. So this is it's definitely the Carnage Spider-Man, and he's got like some tech on his arms and legs. This is sculpted by Mark, so I would assume like Doc Ock or something. I assume it's from a comic panel or something. And then he's got some dark wash on the legs as well. So I don't.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I hope that's coming across well on camera.
Yeah, Mark
people.
Tack said that's his own take on Superior Spider-Man.
Oh, very nice. There you go. I thought it was Superior Spider-Man. So yeah, it's basically the Carnage, the Ben Reilly Carnage Spider-Man, sort of tweaked to become Mark's own creation of Superior Spider-Man. So it is Doc Ock. I could tell it was Doc Ock style with all like the bubbles. You can see like the red bubbles there. So and even on the ankles as well. So thank you very much, Mark. I don't even have this version of Spider-Man as well. So now I have my own.
There you go.
Wow. So thank you very much. Honestly, thank you so much. So the army building king, he lives
There
up
he
to,
is.
all hail the king. He lives up to his name. So honestly, Mark, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Definitely all going to find a place on the display, my friend, and I'll make sure I post some pictures as well. Multiple man as well. Beautiful. Thank you very much. So chat, show some love to Mark. Much appreciated. He's just made my collection that bit better today, and I appreciate it. So I'll do a little cheers, Mark. Honestly, thank you very much.
Boom, there you go.
Much appreciated. Right. So back to the topic at hand. We were talking Riders. We've already talked about the 9 Riders figures that Hasbro have gave us so far. So let's talk about some rumors. What do we want? So you've already sort of hinted at this earlier, Brandon. That
thanks to the Marvel Legends Whisperer himself.
Yeah, so this is Marvel Legends Whisperer, aka Rectangular. He has said to us, he said to everyone that we may be getting a Hawkeye on his sort of glider. So I've just pulled these pictures.
I think this would be. I think this would be great.
Yeah, so I actually Googled. So I actually put in the Google machine. I even asked my assistant Friday. I said, give me a picture of Hawkeye on his glider from the comics. Could not find one. Not even joking. I could not find one. This picture here you see on screen is the only picture I could find of him on his glider. And I'm not even sure if he's standing on his glider. The picture of the figure is the Toy Biz version of Hawkeye on his glider, obviously. Mm-hmm. So
I just quickly, my first thing is I really want to echo what Jay's Figs has just said in the chat. I hope if they do that, that it comes in pinless.
Considering we've just got Hawkeye in the retro line, I reckon we would be quite... Yeah, I reckon if they're going to give us in this design again, they've got to give it us a little bit different.
And especially seeing as the Punisher, the Riders Punisher they just gave us was pinless as well. Yeah,
really liking that. And this, as I said, the picture you can see now is the Toy Biz version. So obviously think Hasbro's upgrade to that. Let me just pull the picture back down. So I was just saying thank you to Mark in the chat there. Much appreciated. So let's see what the chat say. Do you want a Hawkeye? Yeah. Do you even want it? Do you want it, Brandon?
Yes, 100%. Just quickly, the Hawkeyes that I have on my shelf are... so I've got the... Hold on, I'm coming back. So I have 2 different Avengers shelves. I've got like a classic Avengers shelf, and then I've got a modern Avengers shelf. This is still my favorite Legends Hawkeye. 2013, Rocket Raccoon Wave.
Yeah.
I love this Hawkeye.
Modern.
Still, yeah. If this figure was on an updated body, like the Moon Knight body, like with the butterfly joints and stuff, that is the only thing that would change it. But other than that, it's still on the Bucket Cat mold, but it has stood the test of time. I absolutely adore this figure. I do really enjoy the retro one. Yep. The only thing is the eyes on mine. You know how I am with my eyes; they're a bit skewy.
They got to be straight.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, Hawkeye is one of my favorite characters. And yeah, if we get an update, I am 100% getting it, especially if it's pinless.
Yeah, so I like the classic Hawkeye design anyway. It's very it's your mind's eye version of Hawkeye is that sort of look. But I don't remember Hawkeye having a glider, and I think Rob mentioned as well he had like a sort of cycle of some sort.
It's a hover bike kind of thing.
Yeah, I can't remember. Has it been in the cartoons or anything like that?
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember it most from the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon and then the Avengers Assemble cartoon. Both Hawkeyes in both cartoons have like a hover bike. Okay. And it is just epic.
Yeah, so I know it's like it goes with Hawkeye. I just couldn't find any comic panels. Like usually when I want to learn about something, I want to read a comic issue. Usually, like if I want to learn about a character, I try and read the first issue of that character. Do you know, like the first appearance?
Yeah,
so like
yeah.
I googled like Hawkeye's glider. Was trying to find some comic panels I could just read where it was mentioned, but I couldn't find anything, unfortunately. So if anyone's got any recommendations, let me know. But yeah, like you're saying, if we do get this Hawkeye, they've got to make it a little bit different for us. And yeah, hopefully it's pinless. I don't mind it giving us the classic design again, maybe with a different facial expression, maybe a better bow and arrow. But yeah, we shall see. But if Rectangular says it's happening, then I don't like to bet against Rectangular. He's right 99% of the time.
He's always right. There is no doubt about it.
Yeah, so
if he said that it's coming, it's definitely coming.
Yeah, so it seems inevitable. So that's the only thing that's rumoured in the Riders Wave so far. Everything we're going to talk about now is Wishlist, okay?
Yeah, Wishlist,
so
absolutely.
I was going to tell you what I was going to talk about, Brandon, but then I thought it may be more of a fun conversation to not tell you and just do it off the cuff. Do you know? So
yes, yeah, I agree.
Let's
see what we came up with.
Yeah, so I'm hoping you agree with. I'm hoping the chat agrees with me, right? So by no means is this the official top 5, but it's today. It's the 18th of September 2020. My top 5 Riders Wave are on right now. Okay, so all of these are vehicle based or things I could see packaged as a rider. Okay. Right. So chat, let's go. Right. You've got to let me know if you like these ideas as well. So first one, at number 5. Okay. At number 5, I would like to see in the Riders Wave, and I don't care if it's MCU or comic. Okay. That's a little hint. I don't care if it's MCU or comic. I want to see this. Okay. So you can't see it yet, but the chat can. It is Valkyrie and a horse, her winged horse.
Pegasus.
Pegasus, yes. So I'll throw up a picture on the screen of Valkyrie from the MCU on the horse, and then comic Valkyrie as well. Now, I know Mythic Legions do crazy stuff, and maybe there's a horse. I know some toy company out there, I think Figma do horses. So I don't know if this is something Hasbro want to go for. Like, would that horse fit in the box? I don't know. But yeah, he's a rider.
Would it have articulation?
I would like to see wings with articulation, but it's Hasbro we're talking about here. But okay, so chat, while the picture's up, just let me know yes, no, or you like this idea. What do you think?
Yeah, so Marcus says big capital letters with exclamation marks. Yes. Sonny said MCU for sure. Lucas said absolutely. Marcus says, dude, Black Knight could get his Pegasus too. Rob said that would be great. Lots of potential reuse opportunities, which is true. Because that's the thing. Toy Biz did horses with their Lord of the Rings line.
Yes.
And they still hold up today.
Oh, wow,
I still have a few. I still have a few as well. So it's definitely doable. That would be badass. I highly doubt it. Don't think Hasbro would sculpt all that for one release. But I think the reuse argument is definitely there because you've got Black Knight. You've got.
They could do it in a variant. They can give it a different color as well. They could go like a release it with a different outfit, or they could go a white one with Valkyrie and then a black horse with Black Knight. Or do you know like? Options are there.
Yeah, there's always an Old Man Logan re-release with a horse as well.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I agree. I really want to see. I want to see what they do with an MCU rider.
Yeah. So as I said, we haven't seen an MCU rider yet, but that's why I put up both pictures because I'd be happy with Eva. Like I could definitely find a place in my display for Eva. And like again, this is my wish list. It's not my guesses, okay? Because there's some things that I'm about to talk about that I don't think we'll see. I don't think this is going to happen, but at the same time, I do think it's in the realm of possibility. Do you know, like, Hasbro have got to have mentioned this in some sort of boardroom, do you know?
Yeah.
So we shall see. So a lot of people are saying yes. Let me jump on the chat myself and have a little look. JFig said they can make it fit and they can pull the wings off and put them back on. Yeah, that would be pretty good. If it might be needed to be fit in the box, we could be disassembled. Yeah, well, I'm thinking in the box, the wings would be disattached in the box.
Yeah, sure.
Jamie saying 100% yes. Radshaw saying yes. Action figure expert says Hasbro need to give us a vengeance with his bike. Yes, please. Crazy Toon Productions, I would pass on both. But if I had to choose, it'd be comic version. Oh, he's not a fan of Pegasus. What about if it came with Hercules? But a little baby Pegasus instead. Yeah. Western horse rider and horse. Do you know what, Mark? I bet you Hasbro give us a horse, a Ghost Rider on a horse before they give us Valkyrie on a horse. But yes, I'd take it. Rambling Mahoney said, if it's articulated, a horse being reused would be fine. If it's stuck in one pose, it would get old very fast. I agree.
Yeah.
So
because that's the thing. A horse generally would be used. People would buy it simply for the horse, let alone for. I think a comic a comic Valkyrie is more needed than an MCU Valkyrie, simply because we've got both versions of her in the MCU, the Ragnarok and the Endgame versions.
We have got a comic Valkyrie. She's
but it's
very tall. She's not in the best outfit for Valkyrie either, to be honest.
Hulkbuster wave, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. She came with like Tiger, I think, or something like that. Both of them were too tall, like for me, for female characters. Thundra. Sorry, yeah. And I know they're like meant to be tall women, but they just, I don't know. Like,
it looks a bit out of place. Yeah, and the articulation wasn't the best on them simply because of the time.
Okay, so that was my number 5. Okay, and again, this order may change tomorrow. This is just Riders Way figures that I want. Okay?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else you got. Let's see. Come on.
Okay, so next is something we have seen in live action. Okay. But it wasn't anything live action people talk about. It's something that we are going to be seeing from other toy lines. God knows when, but we will. Figures in this team we've already got as well, so we could do with filling out the team a little bit more. I won't waste your time anymore. It is Crystal and Lockjaw from the Inhumans.
Oh, yeah, fair play.
So obviously, Mezco 112 are doing Lockjaw and Black Bolt. But we are yet to have a Crystal in Marvel Legends form. We have Medusa. We have a Black Bolt. But we could do with a Lockjaw, like a big Lockjaw. He could be in the Riders Wave. And people like Dwight have mentioned Lockjaw in passing about the Riders Wave.
I think this is definitely one that I can imagine Dwight, Ryan, Dan would definitely want to do. I think it's just a matter of like I could just imagine him sitting there like, but how the heck do we do it? You know? Well, but I can definitely see them knowing that you'll get a lot of hardcore collector comic fans and even just casual ones that will know that this looks freaking cool.
If the budget's there to do a Cosmic Ghost Rider, which they can't use again, surely the budget's there to give us a Lockjaw, which they know will be super popular. They could put it in another 2-pack down the line with another figure or something like that. And Mezco are coming out to the party with Lockjaw.
I always thought that Lockjaw might end up being a builder figure because you would have the head is one piece, the 4 legs is another piece, and the body would be another piece. Was how because if you think about it, that's 6 pieces. So that's how I always saw we would get Lockjaw.
Yeah, Lockjaw is definitely a character I want on my shelf. I want more Inhumans as well. Crystal is like just a simple female character. They could easily re-give us out, just redeco a previous figure with her style.
I think that had we got that Inhumans movie that was rumored to be, not even rumored, that was announced that was going to be coming and then got pulled, I think had we got that film, I think we would have seen this as a builder figure. In the same way that we know we're probably going to get like an entire movie wave of Eternals with probably a movie bath. I reckon we would have got a whole movie wave of Inhumans with Lockjaw as the bath. Because if you think about it, those 4 legs, the head, and the body, it's such an easy way to package those characters in. Especially now that we've seen Sugar Man, we've seen some really obscure but also big-looking baths that the packaging team with Legends really do so well with.
Yeah, so I've sent you a picture, but we'll talk about that once I've gone through mine. Mark sent me a picture of something. So I'm hoping I can bring pictures up from my Instagram, but we'll figure that out in a minute. But so what are the chat saying about Lockjaw? I assume a lot of people like the idea of Crystal and Lockjaw. If you don't want Crystal, whatever Inhuman would you like with Lockjaw? But yes, be honest, you need Crystal. She goes with Lockjaw. So
yeah, Phil Jones says Lockjaw is another massive yes. Thor said yes. Facts. Crazy Toon said yes. I need a good doggo for my collection. J Fig says nay. No, I don't want any more baths. Jamie says maybe we could get it with Miss Marvel at some point, maybe with the TV show. Oh, that would be really good.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, we already had a bunch of Miss Marvels recently. Jay's Fig says I don't want to buy filler figs. The Rambling Mahoney says pass. Lockjaw is literally the only good thing about Inhumans. I said it. They ruined the mutant storyline. I said it. Fight me.
Fight. Ding ding.
Manny Fresh says definite need. Action figure expert said I would rather have the Lockjaw as a builder figure, not a rider. And then Cap Liv said Lockjaw would be cool. I think it'd be cool as a rider, but I can definitely see it being easier to budget as a Beth.
I would not complain either way. As I said, it was just one of those ideas where I thought he teleports, he transforms, he rides them around, if you will. Do you know?
Exactly.
So he could fit into that line. I'm not saying he will, but I do think we will get Lockjaw and more Inhumans from Hasbro. I do think more Inhumans are coming very soon, especially if we're going to get Captain Marvel 2 and stuff like that. So yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Right, so next one. So this next one is a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what character you'd fit with it. It's not a bike. It's not an animal. It's not an animal. I don't know what other hints to give you. If I say Lola, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, oh, bugger.
Lola's not a person, by the way.
No. Oh, I can see it in my head, but I can't think. No, tell me.
It's the Shield car from...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Phil Coulson, obviously in the Shield series, gets this in the first episode, and he calls this Lola. But this Shield car has been in the comics for a long time anyway. So basically, it's a normal car where the wheels turn to the side and then it hovers. It's sick, and we're yet to see cars from Hasbro, from Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
So if they gave us a car that had like articulated wheels, so people could have it as the Shield car, but then also just use it as a normal car, and then they could reissue it, or people can customize it. Come on, people need a car. But again, this would be too big for the Hasbro Riders Wave boxes currently. But it's definitely a rider that they could fit in there down the line, right? Would people be interested in seeing a Shield car? Would you like a Shield car with like a 1/12 scale car that fit Marvel Legends in, but then the wheels articulated so they could go vertical?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think this is the same as the horse argument, in that people will buy it simply because it's a 1/12 scale horse or car.
That bloody horse argument, that famous horse argument we always argue about. Horses!
Exactly, but that's the thing. I mean, I can just see people would use this for all kinds of ACBA, for all kinds of different displays. I think there's a lot of potential there for sure.
Yeah, so a few people are saying the Fantastic Four car as well. So I didn't bring a picture of that up because I thought it was such an easy go-to.
And the other thing about that as well is that I don't think Lola would fit 4 people, so it would need significant retooling for a Fantastic Four.
Lola would have to be a convertible, just 2-seater car, but at 1/12 scale. The wheels go vertical and horizontal, so you could customize it, change it how you want. But I would like a Shield car. Let's be honest, if they released a 1/12 scale Marvel Legend car with no branding attached to it, people would buy it. So,
buy it, 100%.
So, but yeah, fantastic. I think, as I said, talking about cars, we may as well mention the Fantastic Four. So the Fantastic Four, I think Reed Richards souped up a bathtub to escape or something once. I think that's how it works. But that has evolved over time, and he's built many vehicles for the Fantastic Four. They're always in Spider-Man comics. You'd always see, well, not always, but you'd occasionally see Fantastic Four cameo because they'd be in their car hovering in the skylines of the buildings or something. But Just while we're on the car, back to the car for one sec. And the chat can join in with this question as well. If you were going to get one figure with this car, who would it be? What Marvel character would you want with this car? Would it be a generic Shield agent? Would it be a Nick Fury? Like, would it be Maria Hill? Like, who would you put with this car?
I would go Shield agents. And if I got another one, I would probably put Hydras in it.
Imagine getting this with a female Shield agent and a male Shield agent. So you got the car, with a male and field, like, and it was like an army building Shield box set of some sort. A lot of people are saying Phil Coulson, obvious choice.
Yeah.
Lucas says Daisy. With Daisy is a Quake. I'd like to see a version of Quake as well in Marvel Legends form. But yeah. Obviously Coulson's the. We could get they could give us an MCU version or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. version. We've never seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. figures, considering it had like 7 years on TV and hundreds of episodes. It is weird that we never got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We got Netflix figures, but we never got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maybe that shows how the difference in popularity maybe.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the. I'm just trying to think how they would package it.
In a box. Let's just imagine that they've made some new packaging.
Yeah. No, but I'm thinking it'd be cool if you had like the car maybe like to the like either like kind of diagonally slanted, and then you would have like the two Shield agents at the end, something like that.
I'd be
happy
with
I was
that.
thinking.
Yeah, I'd be happy with that.
But yeah, I think having a one-top car is definitely a high point. I think the male and female Shield agents would just be it would just be great.
Yeah, that would be a great like just sort of Shield army building pack.
If the car itself was just like a plain blue and black kind of color, and then they had a sticker pack inside the packaging, so you could make it a Shield car if you wanted to, or just leave it plain.
Sounds
that
good.
would be solid as well.
Dan and Ryan, if you're watching, Brandon's just give you some ideas. You're welcome. But yeah, we definitely want a car. Give us a 1/12 scale car. Make it happen. Because if you make a new box that you can fit a car in, then you can make a box to fit this next choice in. So this is my number 2. This is my second most anticipated Riders Wave vehicle. And we got Punisher recently, but we got him on a bike. So the obvious choice next would be the famous Punisher van. I want to see a Punisher.
This is a lot of people are asking for this. Loads of people asking for this.
So yeah, we need a Punisher van. We need it. We need 2 people can sit in the front. The doors need to open up to the back. You need to have weapons racks. You need to have like gimmicks for like pop out weapons and like just give us a van that you can customize, paint up, whatever. Yeah. We need a van.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't care that it would come with another Punisher. I'd still buy it.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Chat, what type of features would you need?
You would do the van, right? And you'd have to make it big enough for at least, obviously, Punisher to sit in it. You'd probably want to make it big enough to have maybe 1 or 2 other people in it, because I can imagine you could get a reuse out of it where it's like a Hydra van, or again, it's a Shield van or something like that. And like I can imagine the ACBA being like, you know, the car pulls up and then you're getting like grunts that are pouring out the back of it, or agent. If you did a mini HasLab for it, maybe it wouldn't be so easy, like, you know, re-release in 3 or 4 different ways as Punisher, Shield, Hydra, or AIM. But my main point being, and I'm taking a while to get there, but my main point being that I think if you had interchangeable parts, that would probably be the best way. So you got the van, you got the character that goes inside the van, and then like say you move you take off a front panel and you put another panel on, and that's got the 2 things at the cannons at the front, that kind of thing.
I know what you're saying. So the main mold would be quite generic, but then there'd be a couple of specific pieces that you could switch out, and they could re-release it as different things. Yeah, I get it. Again, the Punisher van on its own could sell, and like you said, they could do a mini HasLab. Like NECA recently, they didn't do like a NECA lab. They just put a couple of stuff up for pre-order and said, if you want it, pre-order it. Like Hasbro could definitely do fan channel exclusives this way, where it doesn't have to be a big HasLab project. It can just be like, the Punisher van is going to be available from this one store. If you want it, buy it. If you don't, don't. And they get loads of money. You could have like chains attached to it. You could have a bit of rope attached to it, so you could tie it around figures' legs. The wheels could move. Like, it could have play features that could work for ACBA or just for displaying. Build like a little city diorama with the van pulled up, and you could use the door. You could take off the back door panels and use them as like shields, riot shield type thing. So they're detachable back panel doors that turn into riot shields with bullet holes, and there's so much potential for a Punisher van. So many play gimmicks as well. Like, I know it's quite violent, and Hasbro are staying away. Like, they hardly do. Like, the Punisher we got recently was the first time in a while we got black guns, for God's sake. So it would be hard for them to go like proper raw with this design. But again, market it towards the adult collectors. Put it as a fan channel exclusive. Put it online. You don't have to put it at retail. The world has spoken. We want a Punisher van. Punisher's more famous for being in his van than he is with it. And it doesn't even have to come with Punisher. You could give us like what is it? Not Whistler. Well, you could give us Whistler, but he's Blade, isn't he? Who's the tech guy that's with Punisher all the time? Oh, what's his name? Someone in the chat will tell me.
Yeah, I can't think.
He was on the Punisher show as well, like the live action version. Punisher's little Micro. Yeah, maybe. I think it is Micro. Yeah, I think it is Micro. Yeah, Micro. There you go. So it's Micro. They could give us Micro as a figure. So it doesn't. You could give us the Punisher van with Micro. Like, it doesn't even have to be Punisher. Obviously.
Punisher. Oh yeah.
Obviously, it does have to be. Honestly, they would give us Punisher with a Punisher van.
Punisher.
But I'm just saying, mix it up. Give us Micro.
And if it was going to be Punisher, though, I would like a pinless update of the original.
Oh, it's like the classic look, yeah. As in like the black skin,
like the Wolverine's one.
Yeah.
And like that, butterfly joints, pinless,
Imagine that as a pack, as a big box set. You got classic Punisher, pinless, and you got Micro, brand new character with him, loads of weaponry, and then a Punisher van with interchangeable parts and weapons and play features. Come on now. That's like screaming money. That's like easy money.
And the same, if they did it as a shield one, and they did the male and female, or they did it as Hydra and you did male and female, I would get it.
Make it big enough so the Punisher bike can fit in the back. And then make little slide out ramps. So
now we're in Dreamville.
Come on now, Hasbro. Look, just put me in charge of making these toys at Hasbro, right? I'll give people what they want. We may not make a lot of money, but a few people, all 60 people in this chat would be happy. I tell you that.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. But yeah, what are people saying?
Forget the toy business.
yeah. Just for a minute, forget that. Forget I ever said that for 6 weeks in a row.
Catching up on the chat, I think there was a lag at some point, so they may have missed this at one point. But Ultimate War Machine is a convertible that transforms into a giant suit of armor like a transformer, says Mark Tactec.
Oh, wow.
That'd be cool. Could you imagine?
Wow, yeah.
The Rambling Money said if they could recreate that panel with an interchangeable parts, I'd pay up to $80 for it. Phil Jones says great idea from Brandon. Thank you, Phil. Jay said I can hear them now, but it's being a bit choppy. Punisher fan is a must-have in that retro Toy Biz style packaging. Micro.
Chip. Micro.
Rob Pollock said, I feel like we could still use a blade and bike combo. This is where I was going to come on to with my wish list, personally.
Okay.
Ryan, Dan, Dwight, guys, if you're hearing me right now, please, we need a new blade, butterfly joints, pinless, ankle pivot. Make sure that he can actually stand up, unlike this guy behind me, because you would kill this figure with all the recent updates that they've been bringing to the line. And see, the figure is good. It looks good on the shelf, but come on, the playability that they've been putting into the line with the butterfly joints and the pinless and everything, I think that would be an amazing 2021 rider figure, especially ahead of whenever we're going to be getting the Blade movie with Mahershala Ali. Anyway, That's Brandon dreaming again. Rob Pollock said we should definitely get a new original Blade body sculpt. I agree. Jay's Fig said problem is the butterfly mold isn't big enough for Punisher. No, so a new big Punisher body would be great. Crazy Toon Production said, anyone else here been binge watching the Spider-Man animated series on Disney Plus? I actually started binge watching it when the retro figures came out. Ramblin' Mahoney said, how much would you be willing to pay for these? Jordan says, as long as you get us an X-Jet made, I will vote for you, Dan.
Okay. He'll like one of my other choices, maybe.
Yeah. Phil Jones says, how about the Black Panther Rhino Guard from the MCU? That would be cool. I don't see the reuse for it, but it would be cool.
They did make I don't know if they made it in the basic line, but they did make like a jet.
Basic, yeah.
It's like a jet that changed to a like sort of looking like a rhino, sort of.
There was a Rhino that they released, and it was a Walmart exclusive in the sort of kids basic line, I think. And then Cool Cosmic Chronic says, yes, Blade is needed, and a new red suited Daredevil. Yes, please, we need a new Daredevil on that Moon Knight body. Please. I've still got the 2014 version here somewhere. I think it's just there. But yes, on that Moon Knight body would be great. I was contemplating customizing one, but I never found the time. Alex Nackman says Spider Buggy. Spider Buggy would be great. And then we're back to Thanos and his helicopter. What else have you got for us?
So I didn't bring up. So I get like the Fantastic Four like vehicle. I didn't bring up the Spider Buggy because I thought it was an easy go to, and like even Disney have done that recently in their toy box line. Have you seen it? Where some people have actually put.
I've got that.
Yes, can you get it now?
That.
Have you got it on you?
Oh, no, I think it's up in the loft.
Okay, so can you actually fit a Marvel Legend in there?
You can fit some of the Spider-Man legends in there because they're a bit
like the young one, like the one that came with like
the teen one.
Yeah.
Miles Morales, Teen Miles Morales and the Teen Peter Parker. You can. I think at one point I had Peter, Mars, and Gwen all on their teen bucks in there. But exactly, I bought that toy box version just for the car.
Yeah,
I got it one Christmas, I think, last year.
So I could see them doing that, or even do you know the Spider Slayers from the animated series? Where they could do them like they're just weird things they could sneak into the Riders Wave. But there's one thing, Brandon. There's one thing that everyone wants. Nobody has the room for it. Nobody has the room for this in their collection. I don't know where I'd display it. I don't know where I'd put it. But I want it. Do you know, like it's one of those problems, like a weird.
You'd hang it from the ceiling in the bedroom.
Yeah, weird collector's problem. Like I don't know where I'd put it, but I want it. And it could be a HasLab. Like this is could be a HasLab project. But it would be Mahusif. They'd have to scale it down even for a HasLab because for 12... Anyway, let's just get into it. I'm clearly talking about the X-Men Blackbird jet. Yeah. So I think when people think vehicles, they think X-Men Blackbird. It's so iconic with the X-Men. It hides under the swimming pool or the tennis court, the basketball court. Yeah, wherever it is, like... It's so iconic. It's been around for the X-Men for so long, and it's so beautiful looking. And even if only 2 figures could fit in it, do you know, like I'd even take it at that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd even take it where the front, sort of panel would come off and you could fit 2 figures in. I'd even take it like that. It doesn't have to have an open up hull. If you could want to have a big open hull at the back or something like that, but come on, who doesn't want a Blackbird?
Yeah. I'm in exactly the same space as you. I have no idea where I would put it. In the same way that I have no idea where I'll put my 2 Sentinels when they come. But I think that this is a big dream. I don't doubt that the guys on the Legends team have definitely kicked the idea around. How, when, where, what price point? I mean.
I've seen some people. I think even Marvel Legends UK even tried 3D printing.
It did, yeah.
A Blackbird, but it's just
too
Mahusif. I've seen someone on Instagram. Someone on Instagram has actually 3D printed one of these bad boys. If I had a 3D printer, this is the type of crazy shit I would try. By the way,
I see. I mean, it would. If you think about it, take the difficult thing for me is it's not like you're not just producing the size of the Blackbird, right? You have to produce it so that it fits 6-inch figures inside the Blackbird.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Thinking,
just 2 in the front. That's all you need.
I'm thinking, take the Sentinel, right? Like the Sentinel's so big that what I'm doing, the size distance between my 2 hands right now probably doesn't even do the Sentinel justice. So I'm thinking, take the Sentinel, turn it on its side. That's like, your length of a Blackbird, say.
Yeah.
But then there's all the tooling. You got to put things inside. You got to do the detail on the inside. You got to do the bit,
So let the fans fund it. Let the fans fund it with a HasLab, right?
I think it would definitely be a HasLab. I think you're definitely looking at about $700.
Wow. Okay, I don't think I could afford $700. Like they'd have to.
I mean, just because I'm thinking you've got to go the size of the Sentinel plus all that extra detailing.
Okay, just a little experiment for everyone that's here. We've got 60 people here. So
How much would you pay?
Yeah, so if you're watching, join in with this, right? I just want to see tons of numbers. What is the max you would pay, right, for a Blackbird? Let's just say they're doing it. They're giving us a Blackbird. You can fit figures in it. It's going to be perfect, exactly like you want it. You can fit 4 figures in it. That's how big it is. It's so good, right? 4 figures, right? You can fit 4 X-Men in it.
Maybe
much?
6.
How much? 2 in the back, 2 in the hall that opens up, right? Yeah. So how much would you pay for a Blackbird? Right, that's the question I'm asking you. How much would you?
Keeping in mind that the Sentinels were $350.
Yeah, I'll read some of these out, people. So let me go to my.
So Rob Pollock said $150. Marcus said $200 to $300. Cool Comic Cosmic Chronic said $400. Alex said $20. Peter said $250. Jordan said $700. Something else that saved the city said $500. Pedro said $800. Thor said $750. Yeah, if it was the scale. Jamie said $800 if it comes with a Jim Lee Rogue.
Jim Lee Rogue's going for about $800 as it is at the minute, anyway.
Exactly. Lucas says $550. Yeah. I would say
Todd, Rectangular says £700. Rectangular's in. Rectangular likes this idea. He wants a Blackbird.
Wait, Rectangular's in the chat? Oh yeah, Todd. There you go.
Yeah.
Todd would pay $700. Wow. So that's the thing. I think $700 to me, it makes sense because you take the Sentinel, you double it. I think if they really maybe skipped made some shortcuts in places, probably. They could maybe get to 500, 600, but my thinking is it would be $699. Easy.
Yeah, it's basically the biggest problem is, like you said, it's too big. Where would we put it? Like, I'd love to have it. I want it in principle, in the idea, just the concept, the thought is great. Of course, I want a Blackbird. But where would I put it? How would I display it? Would it even be worth the money I pay on it just to sit in a box or sit in the corner of a room? Like I've got the 1/12 scale Batmobile from Mattel. Do you know the motion control?
Oh
Batmobile?
Yeah.
And it's currently just in my loft on some boxes because
that's what I'm saying.
I have nowhere to display it.
Most of my riders are bubble wrapped and in one of those plastic trays that you've seen me pull out before in the lofts and that was one of the main reasons I sold Ghost Rider, because I'm running out of shelf space and I just thought it's not one of my top tier lovable characters, so I don't know where I would even put it. I mean, even my Toy Biz Sentinels, they're not on my main shelves.
Yeah,
they're next to my NECA Dio. I was gonna say behind you, but it's in front of me. Even the Toy Biz Giant Man, I don't even have him on the shelf.
Yeah.
Because it's big. So
it's such first world problems, isn't it? Such first world problems. Yeah,
just as a
you can't fit our toys on the shelf. Damn.
Just to get this off my chest real quick. We got 12-inch Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, 2 Spider-Mans, Deadpool, Wolverine, even the MCU Black Panther, which is a solid figure, by the way. But no one gave us a comic or MCU Ant-Man. Not even a Giant Man, just an Ant-Man. I don't get how that never happened.
You got a 2-pack with Stinger.
Yeah, but could you have imagined it wasn't even aimed at being in the 6-inch.
Hang on, Brandon,
Brandon
super chat.
Mahoney donated $4.
Oh, there you go.
99 through super chat.
He says,
The collector's curse, I'll never have everything I want, and if I did, I'd have nowhere to put them.
he is not wrong. So he says, thank you, Brandon Mahoney. He says, I hope Friday, our assistant AI, read that out for you. But yes, he says, the collector's curse, I'll never have everything I want. And if I did, I'd never have anywhere to put them. And I completely agree. Like, it doesn't, like, we always wanted Professor X in this hover chair. Now we got it.
Yeah.
What else do we want? You know, like, we're never content.
It's always the next thing.
Yeah, like, even all these new X-Men figures are coming out now. We're always like, oh, I can't wait for them. But what's next? What's after that?
But I mean, just seriously, like of all those, and I've got up in the loft, bubble wrapped in plastic trays. I've got Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor in that 12-inch line. But even just a 12-inch, like, and say it was. I'm not even saying, oh, it's for your 6-inch displays. Like, nope, this is for your 12-inch displays. It's a Giant Man or an Ant-Man or just Ant-Man, comic or MCU. Oh man.
Yeah,
I would have loved it.
They missed the trick because, as I said, if they did a 12-inch Ant-Man in the 12-inch line, they could have used it in the comic line as well. It's easy.
And it would be here. It would be right here. I would have made space for that.
Yeah, they missed out on that one. Right, so I've only got one more picture to pull up.
Sorry, tangent.
No, it's all good. It's all good. That was my serious option. Obviously, that's my number one most wanted vehicle in Marvel Legends form. I could probably never afford it, even if it did come out. But it still doesn't. I can still wish, right? I can still make a wish list.
Just quickly, if you were going to get a Quinjet, would you want it MCU or comic?
MCU.
Yeah, me too.
Just because I love the MCU.
Yeah.
It's all over the MCU. I could make, and the Quinjet.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit stumpier than a Blackbird, isn't it? So you could.
2 occasions I would want to use it. First occasion is in Civil War with Cap and Bucky.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, I absolutely adore that scene when, like, just as they're about to get off, and he's like, "Oh, you remember when I made you ride that thing at Coney Island?"
Yeah.
You know that scene?
Yeah.
And then the other scene is Age of Ultron when they're all on their way back after Banner's just like torn through South Africa.
And he's like, is he? That's not
and
when
everybody.
He's is that when he's listening to the classical, or is it after that? When he's just
that's
shaking,
on the way there, right?
Yeah. He's shaking with a towel.
He's kind of just like this, and everybody's just like.
And then Thor comes up to him and says, "Oh, you killed everyone," and he's like,
yeah. The gates of hell.
Something like
that. With your victims or something
like
that. And then
I've got gout.
Hawkeye says, and then Hawkeye's like, "I know where we're going, safe house," and it's like, "Oh yeah, sick." Anyway. I'm a big Age of Ultron fan.
Yeah, so Age of Ultron, again, it's underrated in the MCU, but there's a few things that I'd like to change, just like everyone else, but it's still a great film.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Quinjet.
Yeah, I never made. Obviously, my top choice was a crazy vehicle that probably never get made, but Quinjet falls into that category as well. Where if they can do a Blackbird, yes, MCU. I'd love a Quinjet and MCU, but I don't think we're really ever going to get MCU vehicles. I don't think there's, apart from the helicarrier, which, let's be honest, that's a different level of craziness. Even Phil Jones mentioned that earlier. I was like, he thought I was going to say helicarrier. I was like, no, that wouldn't even fit in my house, Phil. Do you know, like. That's not going to happen. So, helicarriers off the table. If you want a helicarrier, get it in Lego form. I know that.
That being said, if you did a helicarrier that was like look behind you. If you did it that was the length of all of those shelves, you could do a helicarrier. Well, probably not. It would look silly.
It wouldn't be 1/12 scale. Helicarriers are just too big.
It wouldn't be 1/12 scale. No.
Stupid. But I've got one more picture to show up, and this one's just a complete joke. It's just a joke picture, okay? It doesn't mean anything. But a few people have already mentioned this anyway in the comments. So
Brandon Mahoney, another super chat.
Okay. Friday, where are you? Speak up, Friday. I don't know how long the delay is or anything like that, but Friday should speak it up for us in a minute. Right, let me switch to this picture, and the chat can. Do you want this?
The Ramblin' Mahoney donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Ultron, portrayed by James Spader, is the
Oh,
most
God.
underrated thing in the
It just came up.
MCU.
First of all, shout out to Ramon Mahoney. Thank you again. And I completely agree. James Spader as Ultron is amazing. Ultron,
Yes,
Age of Ultron is just an underrated film. People just thought it was cool and popular to say they didn't like it. Yes, Hawkeye going to his missus' house. Yeah, that's not great.
I love that. I love that.
Thor going to the fucking swimming pool or whatever he goes to. Again, that's a bit silly. But the film is still great. It's the Avengers as the Avengers. Do you know, like, it's enjoyable. And James Spader's Ultron is great as well. And I hope we see some sort of Ultron back in the MCU somewhere. Somewhere, somehow, we don't know. Right. But yes, as you can see on the screen right now is someone's most anticipated Riders Wave. It's Thanos and a helicopter. So this isn't even a joke. This appeared in a comic. I don't know if it was a What If comic or some sort of Christmas annual or something. But Thanos,
I can't remember.
in comic world, Thanos went, I need a gold or a yellow helicopter, please. And put the name Thanos on the side of it. And I'm going to go and kill the Avengers or something. What in the hell? What? It's so wacky and stupid. But if they made it, they'd buy it. I think Matchbox have even made a figure of this recently. Like, you could buy a Matchbox version of, if you Googled Matchbox Thanos helicopter, you'd see it. But yeah, would anyone in the chat buy it? If Hasbro made it, would you buy it? That's my question to you. Yes or no, please, in the chat. I'll read them out. I'll put them on the screen. Yes or no, would you buy a Thanos and his helicopter? Ridiculous, but would you buy it?
I wouldn't buy the helicopter. But on the topic of Thanos, we really need. Well, we don't really need it, but I would love an updated Thanos, big beefy body, butterfly joints, maybe pinless. Not too fast on pinless, but definitely with the butterfly joints. And because the thing I don't like about the Walmart Thanos and the Bath Thanos is when you lift up the arms and stuff, the shoulder plate always moves.
Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, mine's just sat in a chair, so I don't notice.
Yeah.
The Rambo and Mahoney's actually told us where the comic comes from. It comes from Spider Sense Stories 39 from 1979. Oh, yeah. So now we know. But a lot of people are saying no. So cool comic.
Oh, Rambo and Mahoney said buy two.
Said no. Oh, Rambo and Mahoney said buy two. Cool comic says nope.
This is so funny. Look at the stream on YouTube right now. Where I'm looking down at my iPad. Looking at the chat. It looks like I'm looking at the comments.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give people their little moment on the screen here. Do you know, when I'm in someone else's chat, I like seeing my name on the screen. So
yeah, for sure.
If you're on there, you're on there. So yeah, let us know. What's Rob saying? Rob says, fun idea, but nope. I wouldn't buy a Thanos copter, but I would be surprised if the Apocalypse body isn't used for that Thanos at some point. Yeah, it's a great shout, to be fair. It's only Thanos is such in the pop culture's mind now. I'm sure it's not the last time. We're definitely going to get another Thanos in the MCU world anyway, because they've already teased that burnt up crispy arm. So we're getting Pharma Thanos or Final Battle version Thanos anyway.
Yeah, I'm really down for that.
Okay.
I ended up selling my my Bath armored Thanos.
All right, so I'm going to try and pull up a picture from my... It might work, it might not. No, it's not going to work. I was going to pull up a picture from my Instagram, but my Instagram, it's not working, so I can't pull it up, but I'll hold it to the screen anyway. So Mark has sent us a picture. Mark has sent us a picture. So sorry, I was trying to pull it up on the screen, but I can't find it. But Mark has sent us a picture, and it's Kang's time sled, and he says this is a suggestion for the Riders Wave. So I don't even know what this is. It's probably a bit too blurry on the screen. Let me see if I can swap it for you. So Google it if you're near a computer. It's Kang's time sled. So Mark Tactax just sent me this and said this is a suggestion for the Riders Wave. So it's like a weird sled with like a giant roller on the front by the looks of it. So I hope that comes up on camera for you. But yeah, Kang's time sled. I didn't even know this was a thing. Brandon, did you know this was a thing?
I had no idea this was a thing.
So yeah, Kang's time sled. It's probably a bit too blurry, so I apologise, but you can Google it. You can Google it, people. Kang's time sled. In the picture, Kang's sitting in the front, and like yellow jackets at the back. Like it looks pretty cool. Looks funky. Sort of looks like did you know the Christian Bale's Bat Cycle? It's like that sort of, if you know what I mean.
Todd said, did you really talk about the Hawkeye rumor that I dropped? We did.
We never mentioned you. We never mentioned Todd. Yeah, we never said it was Todd.
The Marvel Legends for himself.
Just because he's here, I'll put up the picture. We did, Todd. We did. I'll pull it back up for you.
And we said, new definitive Hawkeye, pinless joints. Yes, please.
Yeah, so we talked about it, obviously. This is rumoured, and we said, to be fair to you, Todd, we did give you credit. We said you are 99% right and most of the time. So it's only a matter of time before we see Hawkeye on some type of glider. And yeah, we shall see. We shall see. People seem interested, and like Brandon said, we wanted an update. If we're going to get another classic Hawkeye, then give us the new pinless tech, give us better accessories, give us a new head sculpt, you know. Go all out with it. But yeah. You're welcome, Todd. You're welcome. But yeah, so that's a lot. That's a lot. And we've gone over 2 hours and 15 minutes. So if you want to, Brandon, we'll stick around for another 15, go to 2.5.
Sure.
And we'll just chat some nonsense with the chat for the last 15. So if
quick while it's on my brain. Quick spitball of army builders and riders in other lines.
Okay, let's go for it. You're saying it because you've got some on your brain, so let's go for it.
Oh, I do. Okay. Riders in other lines in Black Series.
Well, I've already got a rider in another line, by the way. It's upstairs. I've not even opened it. It's the G.I. Joe Baroness and her cycle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I sold that the cycle, thankfully.
How much did you get for the cycle, if you don't mind telling everyone?
Only £25.
That's half the figure, and you'd pay £20 for Baroness anyway.
That's why I was happy. But people are crazy, man. They're buying that whole pack on eBay for like silly money, like £80, £100. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. But I was happy with 25. My conscience was clean. Someone gets the bike. I get the figure. Happy days.
I've seen people buy that bike, by the way, so they can have like two of those red ninjas riding them.
Yeah.
Do you know? Which looks pretty cool, to be fair. So
yeah,
I can
it does.
The display, and again, my symmetrical brain thinks, okay, two bikes could work.
Yeah, but that Baroness is a beautiful figure. She's for a female figure especially, she's got the ball joint waist, she has butterfly joints. The only thing is she doesn't have double jointed elbows, but for the most part, she's got it all.
I watched Craig Warwick's. He did an Instagram live where he just unboxed her, and he even if he says it's a good action figure, then it's a good, well-made action figure. And he posed her up, and she was looking great. And he had Destro on the back of the bike. And so I've genuinely not opened her up yet. I've not opened any of my GI Joes up yet, apart from this exclusive Snake. That's the only GI Joe I've opened. I have the others, just not opened them.
Yeah, I've only opened Roadblock and Baroness so far. I've got the others still to open: Snake Eyes, Duke, Destro. But what was I going to say? But in terms of other riders and other lines, Black Series, I would love. I don't think it happened, but I would love to see Anakin and his pod racer, Kid Anakin and his pod racer from Black Series.
Yeah, that seems like a reasonable ask as well, if you know what I mean. That doesn't seem too crazy.
It's one of the. Or I would love Anakin or Obi-Wan with their Jedi Starfighters, from the opening of Revenge of the Sith.
I'll probably remember if I've seen it, but I can't picture it.
Yeah.
But Black Series do their own sort of vehicles, don't they? So I've got the Land Speeder. They've got the
Land Speeder, exactly.
The Dewback, the what's it? The quad, not the quad. The Scout, the Scouter with
the Scout biker.
Yeah, they've got that. So, and Rey had her vehicle from the start of Force Awakens in figure form. Do you know, So Black Series, you do get. And they've had the snow thing recently came out.
Yeah, the big snow speeder.
Yeah, that's a massive thing.
I really don't get. I really don't get how Black Series do things sometimes. I don't know if it's because I'm not as clued in with it as I am with Legends. I don't know the the thinking behind it as much. But like last year was the Phantom Menace 20th anniversary. I would have loved to have seen a Pod Racer with Anakin come out on like the retro vintage cards that they do, or at least with that design in like a regular box kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, and there was a whole bunch of things that I thought they could have done for that last year that we basically didn't get, but there you go. In terms of other lines, Power Rangers. So
yeah, Marcus is mentioning in Power Rangers, but so before you show us that, Marcus just said that he'd love the Tanga Warriors, the Battalions, the Cyclobots, the Pudrits.
Yeah, Cyclobots.
Like these are all army builders, I assume, for Power Rangers, right?
Yeah, so Riders for Lightning Collection, Space Gliders from In Space. I 100% agree. Recipe down and then what did he say about the Tenga Warriors, Cyclobots? Marcus is like my number one. So that's from Power Rangers Time Force. That's probably my favorite season of Power Rangers. But yeah, so I got this is the Amazon exclusive, the SPD Omega Ranger. So he comes with a bike. I'll get it. And this is really good. So it's a unicycle. So that, again, that's completely unique sculpt. There's no way you would really be able to replicate that.
Literally, I've only seen the toy. I've never seen the show, so I have no idea where that comes from.
But they did really well with that, in my opinion. Really, really well.
Mark said, "I've Ghostbusters Ecto 1 Rider." Yes, please. I know Ghostbusters doesn't get a lot of love. I know Brandon's never seen Ghostbusters.
Still never seen it.
So Brandon has no idea what the Ecto 1 is, but he must, just through pop culture, he knows it's a big white hearse. Yes, we've got the plasma series now. Give us an Ecto 1 that we can fit the plasma figures in. I know it won't happen, but yes, please. Okay, continue.
Also for Marcus, who mentioned the Cyclobots earlier, this is the Time Force Lightning Collection Red Ranger on the Bandai Time Force motorbike, or bicycle, whatever you want to call it, and it fits pretty easily. So I can't remember if Bandai did these bikes for the other Rangers back in the day, but they definitely did for the Red Ranger, and it works a charm.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like it whenever lines actually work like that, and because you might never get that vehicle from Hasbro, or you might. The only vehicles I remember from Power Rangers, obviously not including Zords, were when I was a kid. I used to have the bikes. Like each Ranger come with their own little bike.
Yeah, and that's in the Power Rangers in Space. They have like these gliders, and they kind of sit into them like this. So that would be really cool.
Like Segways, Power Ranger Segways in space.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Power Ranger Segways in space. No, it doesn't have a good one.
No. I'm trying to think what else. What MCU riders could they do?
MCU riders.
Yeah.
Quinjet, we've already said that.
Think outside the box.
Quinjet, you've already said. I don't know. Chat if you have any ideas.
Could you imagine Ant-Man the Wasp and a giant Pez?
Giant ant. Could get a giant ant.
Giant ant. Oh yeah, there you go. Giant ant. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
good point.
They did give us a giant ant, haven't they? They've already given us one, but the scale wasn't right for 12 for 112.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah, it was 3.75, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who else could we get in riders.
Todd says the SUV that Nick Fury drove. That was sick.
Point.
I love that scene in
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I love that scene.
Yeah. When he's like reboot
tell me
system.
something I don't know.
Yeah. It's like reboot all systems, and she's like something offline, and then he's like, well, reboot what is online.
yeah. Funny.
Oh, Sam Jackson. National treasure.
What about that truck that Hulk sits in the back of in Endgame when they go to visit Thor?
Yeah.
They did. Matchbox did that as well, by the way. That was their exclusive material, I think.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, the Guardians ship, but again, that'd be like too big HasLab kind of thing.
Yeah, but like I try to avoid spaceships and stuff. Apart, as I said, Blackbird was my big get, but. Yeah, we could mention loads of different spaceships. But
I keep turning around looking at my MCU shelves, trying to
get inspired.
Inspiration, yeah.
Yeah.
What about
the Milano is Peter Quill's
Milano.
ship Milano? Yeah. I'd love to see the
yeah,
Milano.
after Alyssa Milano.
I'd buy it.
The other thing I'm thinking is Iron Man armors that we haven't seen in the MCU yet, just because you've got one of the best Iron Man Legends displays up there.
Thank you very much.
What other armors would you guys want to see in? I know it's not army builders exactly, but like, you know,
It is. Up there, people.
I love that line in Iron Man 3 when he's like, it's like Christmas, but with more me. Yeah, I was about to say the same, Marcus. Igor, I never know how to say it, but the big blue one that's like
Someone did do a version of that, like Bandai or some third party or someone.
It was Comic Cave, I think it was.
Yeah, there is a version that fits in scale with Legends out there that you can buy.
Yeah, but it's just ridiculous money.
As I said, there's 50. He gets to Mark 50 in Infinity War. So, and what the Hulkbuster's
42 is in he has 42 in Iron Man. So as of Iron Man 3 he's got 42.
Yeah, so there's like 30 different plus armors we could still get, and like who knows if
but it's all the unique sculpting, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I think they've already, if there's an opportunity for them to redo an armor, they've already done it. Like we've got the disco armor, we've got the hot rod armor. Do you know, like they are, I guarantee you they're looking at stuff like that.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, unless it was like something really cool, I don't know I would get it.
It's Iron Man, so I'd get it. If it's an armor I haven't got, I'm getting it at this point. So yeah, I might even like maybe I'm not sure if I'm going to, but do you know like how my Hall of Armors takes? So my Hall of Armor at the minute, right, just takes up one shelf, right? So I'm thinking of making it work of two shelves, and then the back wall of armor is basically 2 or 3 layers. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I don't know. It's a project. Maybe.
Because the only Iron Man armors I've got on the shelf are the 7, the 42, the 50, the 85, and the Hulkbuster.
I've got them all. Every MCU Iron Man on display, I've got them all. But that's a
nice. I sold a bunch of mine earlier this year.
That's a nice little set, though. They're some main ones as well. You want to keep
those are my favourites.
They're the ones that are highlighted in the movies. Do you know, like they're the main movie ones.
Yeah, exactly. That's basically Avengers 1 and 3 and 4. And technically Avengers 2 because of Hulkbuster, and then Iron Man 3, that armor.
Cool Comic says a Hulkbuster with an insertable Tony figure would be good. That'd be big.
Oh, could you imagine?
That'd be big.
That would be big.
But it would be good. Would be good though as well. We need the 90s modular army, Rob says. I'd buy deluxe. Yeah, I'd have that.
My next big one, comic-wise, is the Extremis armor.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a redo of that.
Yeah, that's a matter of time as well, because that's such a famous armor.
Yeah.
Like we got close to that with the the Invincible armor, Incredible Iron Man, or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I love that figure. This one.
Yeah, I've got him as well. Got him holding his helmet. It's weird how we pose him with the Tony Stark head, isn't it? Because
that's because, in my opinion, I love that Tony head.
You're just as much as a fan of the character behind Iron Man as you are Iron Man.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
I like that. Right, as I said, so we're only going to stay around for a few more minutes here. So if there's any questions in the chat for this Friday evening, you just want to throw at us. As I said, if you super chat over £4, a robot will read it out and interrupt Brandon, which he appreciates. But yeah, we're here for about 5 more minutes, people, and then we're going miss. So we'll try and catch any questions, anything you want now. It's Friday evening. My side is empty. So just anything you want now before we get gone, people. Anything you want. So we talked about a lot of riders, and again, any suggestions for other shows moving forward? As I said, each show obviously would go off on tangents, but we like to keep a theme. So last week Army Builders, this week Riders. Like next week will probably be HasCon and all the reveals. So I'm just throwing that out there. Sure. And I've figured out to have a guest. Like, shall I show you the screen? Shall I show everyone the screen before I debut?
Yeah, go on then.
So let's see if it works. So this, I can either have it look like this. So it's going to look messy at the minute, obviously, because there's only you here. But but I can have Brandon's forehead as a guest and someone else as a guest. So I can have Brandon there and then someone else there. Brandon has no idea what's going on.
No.
Or I could switch up.
Oh yeah, it's just done on mine now.
I can switch up the screen and do this. Like I could be here and have 2 people up there. So Any guest suggestions? Anyone who wants to be a guest, like, let us know. Let's turn this twosome into a threesome. Next week we're talking reveals. I have set up the camera now. I can talk to three people.
I like that, the 2 and the 1.
Yeah. So either or. Like, I'm just
My forehead. That's so funny.
Today's special guest, Brandon's forehead. Hang on, let's go back. Today's special guest, Brandon's eyebrows. How you doing, Brandon's eyebrows? How you doing? What do you think of these new Marvel Legends reveals?
How funny is that?
Brandon's hair. Brandon's quiff. So stupid. But yeah, I figured that out, people. I figured that out. So me and Brandon have been doing this now for a good few weeks. We said we weren't going to be on Fridays. Then we went and did 5 Fridays in a row. So fuck you, Dan. Fuck you and your ideas, basically. So basically at this point, I'm gonna try and keep doing it on Fridays because now people expect it on Fridays. But there may be a week or so where I have to switch it up. So let's just say that we're going to continue on Fridays, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. noon Pacific. And then if it needs to be on a different day one week because the missus is mad at me, then you'll see me in the garage. Basically, any day you see me where I've got no collection behind me, it means I'm in the doghouse. I'm in the garage, essentially.
That's only been one time, though, to be fair. She has been very great.
Well, she goes out. She's out the house. She goes and stays at her mum's for the night. Do you know, like, so...
Yeah.
So she's fine doing that. I get the house to myself. Happy days. So I stay up. I drink. I do a live stream. I watch everyone else's live streams. And I play a bit of Warzone. So happy days. But after this, I'm actually going to do some reviews. I need to finish my Strong Guy Builder-Figure reviews before I get more figures next week. Because obviously they need to jump the queue. Yeah. So, right, sorry, I was ignoring the chat again, but yes, if you want to, again, guests, if you want a guest, DM, you're best off DMing me, because if it's not a super chat, I'll probably miss it. So, DM me on Instagram, it's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter, Dan Who Reviews. I'm easy to get hold of. I reply to everybody. Do you know what I mean? Brandon's the same. He's available. Tweet us. Let us know what guests you want on. If you want to come on, let us know. Again, don't be shy. Like, I've got a few people that I speak to, but I want to make new friends. Just expand the community even bigger, do you know? So don't be shy, people. As long as you can put up with us two idiots talking about toys, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But right. But anything? You see anything in the chat, Brandon? Before we get out of here, do you see anything in the chat?
So we got a lot of Unparalleled, a lot of Robo, a lot of MC Collector are the big 3.
Cool. I will try my best. I feel pretty confident about 2 of them, but I don't know if Robo knows I exist. Even though he did mention me on his weekly, so that's a good sign. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. I'll put out the feelers. The only problem is in the UK, the time difference, because I'm doing this at 8. Me and Brandon are doing this at 8 p.m. Like, and in the US, I imagine people being at work, people are with their families at this time, so maybe difficult. Like, because I know when Parallad works during this time. Rob, I think, is at work right now. Do you know, like, so...
Yeah.
It depends what will work.
There's a good few on the East Coast, though. You got The Amazing.
Yeah.
You got Moog.
Well, I've got the Infinity Equation guys as well. I'd love to have Ryan and Dante
exactly.
on here. So, like, yeah, all good. We'll figure it out, people. But, yeah, there's room for free now. But, yeah, right. It's Dan... What's up, Dan? It's been 2 hours and you're still going. I know, we're breaking our own rules. It's because the missus isn't here and I ain't got to run away. So I'm like, I'm more chilled. That's all it is. So as long as yous are still here, I'm okay still being here. But yeah, Mark will be a guest. Mark, you are more than welcome to be a guest, my friend. As I said, I've spoke to a few people in the chat that I'd love to have as guests. Again, you don't have to be a YouTube personality. You don't have to have an Instagram account with 1,000 followers. You know, you can just be a normal guy that collects figures. You know, you don't have to be super famous. I'm a nobody, by the way. I just have a YouTube channel. So yeah, you don't have to be an online celebrity, or not that was online celebrity, but you don't have to be an online personality is what I'm trying to say. You can just be a collector. As long as you can talk toys with us, you're more than welcome to join us. It's always good to have a different perspective. Usually a perspective that doesn't agree with you works. Do you know, like, Brandon's never seen Ghostbusters, for God's sake. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I get to bully him on that, so it's fun. And like, I don't know anything about Star Wars. Brandon does, so like, it's nice. It's nice to have the difference. Like, I know a bit about Star Wars, but I don't know. I know Stormtroopers, and then I know a Stormtrooper with red on it, Stormtrooper with blue on it, Stormtrooper with grey on it. I don't know anything more than that. You know, I don't know who they are, what they do.
The best. I love these
See,
guys.
there's a grey stormtrooper. That's all I know about that, right? That stormtrooper got pimped out. He went to the stormtrooper salon and went, do you know what? I'm fed up of looking the same as all my other brothers.
These new clone figures, they're amazing. Anyway, yeah.
See, Rob said he's a Star Trek fan. I used to watch Star Trek as a kid, but my knowledge of Star Trek, I've not even seen the films. I'm not even seen the new films.
I don't know any. I know nothing about.
Yeah, so like, Rob, you can come on and teach us about Star Trek if you wanted to. I wouldn't mind. I like learning new things.
Yeah, absolutely.
42012 told me it's a clone trooper. Damn it, clone trooper. Okay, my bad. Clone trooper.
Clone Trooper. There's a whole shelf of them up here.
Clone Trooper. Okay, I learn. I'm gonna have to learn. Brandon is slowly teaching me.
Quickly guess. Just put a number on it. How many? And I'll reveal the answer on the stream next week. How many Clone Troopers do you think I currently have on across 2 different shelves? They're on one shelves with a bunch of Jedi and stuff, and then they've got an entire shelf on their own. Just guess.
I reckon it's easy over 20.
Yeah, between 20 and what? Give it a bracket.
Between 20 and 40.
Fair enough. Okay.
You're a reasonable guy, even with things you like. You're reasonable. You know, like I don't think you'd go too crazy. Like you can't beat the king of army building over here. Mark Tak's laughing at you and your amount of troopers. You know, so yeah. But yeah, some great suggestions, by the way. I am seeing all these suggestions, and I do appreciate it. I will go back and take some names and start sending some DMs, I guess. But again, don't be shy. If you want to be a guest, tell me. Do you know? And I'll make a list. I'll get a rota that's going on, and hopefully I can figure out how to have more than 3 on, and then we can have a party. We can have 10 people on. How about that? Do you know? Imagine that. No, just everyone talking over each other would be a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare. No, we'll keep it to 3 for now, and then maybe.
Bullet 74 said he found two clone troopers in Walgreens today. They're a Star Action Figures exclusive here, but hopefully today. They're a cool looking figure though.
Are they the stormtroopers with blue on it?
Yeah,
dark blue.
It should be like a light turquoise, but they've gone with dark blue on it. But it'd be good for customs. One of the Anakin's clone battalion, they go in the dark blue, so a lot of people will probably use it as customs for that. As of tomorrow, when the postman turns up, I will be at a solid 45 clones on the shelf.
Okay, so I was pretty close then.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
45. I knew it was below 50.
Yeah, no, I've not hit 50 yet. Close, but not yet.
Yeah, I like even for something. But I guess with troopers, there's so many of them. You could buy like 5 of each, and they'd still be fucking loads.
And the thing is, as well, is that it's like, because they have different battalions have different colors, to put it like simply. So like this one, for example, I've got 3 of him alone because you've got 2 troopers and then I've made one into a commander. So it's like...
How do you make them into a commander? How does that work?
So, well, different commanders do different things. So some will have like, let me show you. They'll have...
See, Brandon's teaching me, people. This is fine. I'm learning about Star Wars.
Some commanders will have this, so they've got the
visor. Yeah, visor. Yeah.
And then some, they'll have something like this, where they have what we call a pauldron.
Okay, so it's like just a shoulder
pad,
decoration.
Basically.
Yeah.
And then pretty much all commanders or captains will have the
skirt pieces type thing.
Yeah, they're called cannons, but skirts is the basic way. So yeah. And some will have ones like this where it's got like an antenna on the shoulder.
It's good job you know the stuff like this, because I wouldn't even notice.
So yeah. Anyway.
Right, so we're going to wrap it up here. But it's been fun talking about riders. Again,
that was a really good topic today.
Yeah, again, it's fun when we keep central on a topic. I don't mind going off on a tangent. And again, if you have topic ideas, please tweet me, Dan Who Reviews, at Dan Who Reviews on Twitter. Find me, tweet me, give me topic. Phil did exactly that. Phil Jones tweeted me and said, Dan, Riders Waves would be a great topic. I went, you know what, Phil, that would be a great topic. And I did it, so it's that easy. Tweet me your topic ideas. Legends, obviously this channel is all about Legends, so if you can keep it Legends, that's great, but we don't mind skirting off as well. But it's just that Legends seems to pull more people in because it's what everyone loves. It's a popular line, what can we say? But if you have got other suggestions, please throw them at us. We are listening. But Brandon, as always, thank you very much for joining.
No problem, man. Always a pleasure.
So it's been, how many weeks has it been now without you watching Ghostbusters? I'm a little bit disappointed. That's come back around. It's at least 3 weeks. So you haven't been able to watch Ghostbusters in 3 weeks. You need to sort that out. I told you, I need the Hero.Collections Ghostbusters review live on exclusive on my channel, all right?
Yeah,
I need those views, all right? So sort it out. But yeah, tell the people where they can find you, Brandon.
As always, guys, hero.collections on Instagram. My messages are always open, as Dan says. It's always great catching up and hearing what you guys are thinking and collecting and having fun with your figures. So, Dan, always a pleasure.
Beautiful. Same. You're very welcome. And then next week, we'll see if we can sort out a guest that isn't Brandon's forehead. So we should have 3. So as always, people, my name is Dan W. You know what to do. Follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who. On Twitter, Dan Who Reviews. Thank you very much to Mark and his special package. These are going straight on the display, my friend. Much, much appreciated. But as always, my name is Dan W. And I shall see you on the next one. Bye-bye.